Happy anniversary. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is Happy Monday. Happy Robber-Versary Day. Okay, happy live day, and all of that stuff. Okay, I hope everybody had a great Monday, which is the start of the work week for most of us. I just walked in the house. Honey had enough time to throw on my little shirts and get on the live, okay? But I hope everybody's enjoying their day one way or the other. We're going to have a good time today. Now, look, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what today is, okay? Y'all know why y'all are here, okay? We're going to get into some Nene stuff, some Carlee Russell stuff. And we are for sure going to have a Bishop robbery watch along because he was live earlier today. So I got a bit of that, but I also want to take it back, because it's not a celebration of the Robber-Versary. It's not a celebration. We are just commemorating, okay, the introduction of Bishop robbery to us, the congregation of these worldwide streets, okay, to us of the corner. So I have the live that started the beef between Bishop robbery and Larry Reed. We also have the first footage ever of the inside of the church when the robbers came in, like, on their steeds. He finally let us see that. We're going to see some things, okay? So, look, if you're not here to have a good time, to reminisce, and to discuss some things, so y'all know it ain't much going on in the news, ain't that many shows on. I'm trying my best to entertain y'all nonetheless, okay? So we're going to only get into these things, and that's about it. Now, while we are here, I want y'all to first say, hey, how y'all doing? Okay, how is everyone doing? I don't know why my signal is being stupid because Comcast gave me a whole new box, and I paid too much for internet and stuff for y'all not to be able to see and hear me clearly. So hopefully, even though I see one notch, y'all can still see me and hear me clearly. Okay? But please take a little second and do a couple of things for me. Like the video. Okay? Subscribe to my channel. I see it's freezing. Subscribe to my channel. Okay? Comment in the comment section. Okay? Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay? Tick of the talk. I don't post that much on TikTok, but I do post on TikTok. So I want y'all to know. Now look, I got a good graphic for the whole show. Okay, I made a whole other graphic for the Bishop robbery first part of the show. You know, because that's gonna be a whole part. Okay, so I had to make sure to have my regular thumbnail and my Bishop robbery thumbnail, okay? Because it is a special occasion. Do you know what today is? It's the Robber-Versary. Yeah, Robber-Versary. It's his Robber-Versary. It's the Robber-Versary. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Because God don't like ugly. And I'm very pretty. So let me stop. Okay, now it's the Robber-Versary. Yeah, Robber-Versary. It's his Robber-Versary. It's now look, cause he be online. Cause when I rewatched the live, when he got into it with when he got into it with Larry Reed and the black lady, I think her name was Genesis. When I rewatched that live and I seen how, hard he went at her because she happens to be a plus size black woman, it made me a bit upset. Okay, it made me a bit upset. Y'all, I told y'all that I broke my closet door. Let me cut my closet. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all can see my closet door, and it makes me aggravated. So I'm going to at least cut off the hallway lights, so the hallway light ain't just shining on my dresses that's in one of my dress closets, okay? And they don't know when they're going to get on the door in. Anyway, so it's his Robber-Versary. Yeah. I'm stop. I was sure I was stop. But hey, how y'all doing? How is everyone? Hey to the people. Hi to the people. Hi to the people. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. To everyone. Now look, I feel like as us as the people, okay, we're gonna get into it. Us as the people, we know for facts how we was the he was live today. So y'all be asking all these questions. I gotta let me get through it. Yeah, he was live today. He's always live for one thing or the other. Okay, but I'm happy y'all around here for the foolishness. He did, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna have it. I sat through. He was live for an hour, and I cut it down. Did I send it to myself? Let me see now. Cause I cut it down to like 20 something minutes, but I may not have sent it to myself. I did not. So let me send it. Let me pop off the screen so the signal don't be too stupid to airdrop this. It's like 20 some minutes of him from today. Okay, but I told y'all that man was gonna be out here commemorating the 1 year of it all. Okay. Hey ma, that's my mama. Hey mama, how you doing? I love you. I talked to you earlier, but you didn't call me back. Anyway, and by the time I'm done with this live, it'll probably be too late for me to call you because it's gonna be late. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm finna FaceTime my mama so I can see her face before I get into my live. Hi, Mom.
Hello, daughter.
Say hi to the people.
Hey, to the people.
All right, that's all I wanted.
They probably can't see me, but hey, to the people.
Well, no, I turned the camera so they can see you.
Hey. Wait a minute.
Oh, Lord. I call for me to see you, not for them to see you. I call for me to see you, not for them to see you. You know I'm selfish. Okay, that's all I wanted.
All right.
Love you.
Talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Outside of live now.
All right, we'll run that.
Right there.
Where DJ? You got him with the people.
Mind his business.
I know. All right, love you. Peace out.
His business.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, love you. Peace. Because after my live, I usually call my mama, but it's gonna be late. Anyway, but let me get back to what we're doing. But hi, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, we all here. Look, happy Robber-Versary. It's the Robber-Versary. Yeah. So yeah, I had to download. So yeah, the live he did today was over an hour. And I cut it down to 27 minutes. Y'all don't even know how. You like, Lord Jesus, okay? Lord, what's gonna happen? I just can't take it. Can we play that? What I never would have made it without you. I would have lost you. Stop. I'm trying to stop making me behave. No, make me behave. Don't let me be around here being kind of crazy. But let's get to it because again, his live between the live he did today, the live between him and Larry Reed too, because to me that's where all the foolishness started. It was that one, and I feel like because that was a whole year ago, a lot of people may not even remember how crazy and insane that live was. Because, he was a pure D fool on that dang on live. And I feel like we may forget that that's how I felt like he became a whole crazy person or whatever. And, it was. But there are other things to discuss today, too. Okay? Because I was like, not Nene having a whole new interview with Carlos King, Caresha out here being, scolded about parenting her son and stuff. Carlee Russell, we're gonna watch the press conference and we're gonna have conversations about that and everything. Okay, so I have a full, well-rounded show for y'all. Because I feel like people who want to watch Bishop Robbery, that's who's here. So we're going to do it. Anyway, let's get into what we came to get into. I have a couple of things from my IG page. It's like maybe 3, and that's it. I'm like, it wasn't that much at all today. Not at all. Okay. Add to screen. So first, I want to look. This man right here. I didn't want no sound. The YNW Melly dude. I don't know even what YNW. All these people with these initials of stuff don't be making no sense. I'm like, why do y'all have all the initials? Why can't y'all just be who y'all is without all the double or triple initials? Because when you have double and triple initials, and you a group of people, and most y'all come from the street, it sounds like a game. But the YNW man, the jury could not come to a unanimous decision, so his trial was a mistrial. The judge said mistrial. And I was so surprised at how many people did not know what a mistrial would do what would happen during the mistrial. I was like, how y'all don't know? How that happened? And they like, is he gonna get out? Is he free? And I was watching the Breakfast Club today, and when the Breakfast Club said, oh, because it's a mistrial, does that mean he can't be charged again because of double jeopardy? I said, now what the hell does double jeopardy have to do with a mistrial? I'm like, double jeopardy means you were either convicted of something or found not guilty of something, and so you cannot be tried again. That's part one. Because I'm like, I don't get that. But a mistrial just means the prosecution can retry the case, and they're going to retry the case. The gotcha is the prosecution now knows all of the defense's tricks and things. They also have their own case, so they can make it airtight because they see all their own mistakes. YNW means you know what? Now that's stupid. That's dumb. That's dumb. But anyway, he was charged with because two people who he grew up with is with Jesus. Now, somebody sent them to Jesus. And they say that he sent them to Jesus. He said, I ain't sent them to Jesus. So they got to now retry him with a whole new jury to see if he can be found guilty of sending somebody to Jesus. I mean, he seems a little bit cuckoo for chew. But I'm going to let that man be. Craziness around here. Florida couple, out here with the police, you know what I'm saying, for putting people in traffic. You read it, right? You see what it said. They was out here putting people in traffic after bailing them out of jail. So they were bailing young women out of jail and then saying, hey, you have to come work for us. And forcing them to work for them and do things for some change. I'm like, first of all, what? Now, they only caught 3 of the women who they was putting out in traffic. Now, 34-year-old is a Joselito Martinez Gonzalez and 30-year-old Tanya Worcester. Both are facing felony charges for trafficking Homo sapiens. You got to say stuff the right way on YouTube, okay? They was out here putting Homo sapiens in traffic against their will after bailing them out of the jail. And in the span of 2 years, they had made about $300,000 doing this with the peoples. Now, put them under the jail. Put them up under the jail. Let somebody bail them out. And when they bail them out, put their ass in traffic. Okay? Put their ass in traffic. Let them be where they're going to be. I'm like, what is wrong with people? Who thinks, hey, let's go get women out of jail? Okay? Let's go get them out of jail. And then put them to work. I'm like, so we put their ass up under the jail. Let them be where they at. Okay, they in jail right now. And they said how they would, brand them, would shave their heads. Of course, there was some violence or whatever. So keep their ass where their ass is at in jail. Give the Homo sapiens the money they made, okay, and leave their ass up under the jail. Good news. Congratulations. Happy anniversary to Grant Hill and Tamia. They have been married for 24 years. I remember when they were like dating. So the fact that they have been married 24 years, I'm like, that's a long ass time. And they don't look like they've aged. And Grant Hill used to play for the Pistons, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. But, you know what I'm saying, happy 24-year wedding anniversary. Why do you know what? There should be a real basketball wives show on OWN. You know, they can get look, because I would love to see Tamia and Grant Hill. I would love that. I just thought about that. Like because Tamia is a true basketball wife. Around here being amazing. After 24 years together. Back when he had them big ass suits on. And now his suit's a little bit more tailored. And he's aged well, a handsome older gentleman. You know, she's a beautiful woman and all that stuff. So congrats, and happy anniversary to them too. Okay. Also, congratulations, confetti. Okay. Miss Nikki Baby from Love and Hip Hop, and then Leangelo Ball, one of the ball. Does he play ball? Or is he a brother of one of the ball players? I don't know. They welcome their baby boy. Is it Lavello? Anthony Ball. Is all their names Anthony? They welcome the baby boy. Okay, you know, Miss Nikki said, and then there was 3. He was born July 19th, 2023. Okay, happy as can be. I guess first came love, then came a baby. We'll see what comes next. Okay, they're home, a baby boy. Congrats. Look. I feel like birthing a baby is so hard. People can die from birthing babies or whatever. So anytime someone, you know, successfully welcomes a child, they both make it home, you know, happy, joy. Okay, with all the flowers and all that stuff. She wrote a whole long dissertation of how happy they are. Great. We love it. Okay, congrats to the couple on their son, because babies are a blessing. Okay, now I don't care to see them on a reality show at all, but blessings to the couple. Okay, happy birthday to Jennifer Lopez. She turns 54. Okay, we know she sold her soul to someone to stay looking as young as she looks. You know, she has all the best makeup or whatever and stuff. You know, so happy birthday to J-Lo, who I still feel like stole all of Shanti's songs, and she owes Ashanti her life. But happy birthday to J-Lo. I'm a J-Lo fan. I like J-Lo. Okay. I've always liked J-Lo, but it's like now that I know, I'm like, because I like Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? But happy birthday to Jay of the Low. Also, happy birthday to Detroit. What up, dude? Okay, it is our 322nd birthday today. Okay, July 24th, we turned 322. So happy birthday to my city where I was born and raised born and raised. You hear me? Born and raised around here. Okay? So happy birthday to my fucking city. You hear me? My city. And then because it's it's our birthday, whatever, the babies born here in Detroit, who were also born on, Detroit's born day, all got little shirts that said born in Detroit. Wasn't that cute? Because today is Detroit's birthday, and then the babies who are born today were born in Detroit on Detroit's birthday. Ain't that cute? Anyway, but happy birthday to my city, because I be feeling some kind of way when folks who like used to live here but ain't been here in a long time. Look, if you ain't born or raised here, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Okay. I mean, if you have to at least have like been born here and at least completed high school. If once you finish high school and you left for college, you was born and raised here. But if you was born in Detroit and left when you was 5, you're not born and raised. If you moved here when you was 7 and left at 17, you wasn't really born and, no. But happy birthday to these random babies who we don't know. Because it is what it is. Quavo was on the yacht. And the yacht, they had a robbery. I said, not them robbing the yacht. Not them robbing the yacht.
Police investigating a possible robbery on a yacht.
It happened last night right near the popular spot, The Wharf in Miami. And Local 10 News reporter Roy Ramos joins us live from there.
He has some new details just into our newsroom. Roy.
They robbing yachts, y'all.
Yes, we have just learned that Migos rapper Quavo was aboard this vessel.
Now, Quavo wasn't on the vessel. Would they have still talked about it? Is it a story because Quavo was on it?
Tell you that it was a rather large scene, multiple agencies responding to this possible armed robbery. FWC, along with Miami-Dade Police, City of Miami, and Miami Beach Police. This, of course, after we heard reports that the owner of that vessel was held at gunpoint, allegedly.
It's too many allegedlys. It's too many allegedlys.
Police seen swarming a large yacht docked on the Miami River near the wharf Sunday night. City of Miami Police said it was just before 9 o'clock their officers responded to a possible armed robbery aboard the vessel.
It was kind of like an ambush from both sides, and that's when we got rushed out. We saw police holding guns.
Was it the Fast and the Furious?
And it's a crazy scene, not gonna lie.
Cell phone video obtained by local
Right now at noon, police and
10 show the moments police boats approached the yacht searching for suspects. While we are still working to find out if anyone was taken into custody, witnesses we spoke with said this all started when the client paid thousands of dollars to charter the vessel, then allegedly demanded the money back after returning from the trip. Patrons at the wharf watching the area outside of the popular bar quickly turning from a hot spot to spend a night out to a crime scene filled with law enforcement.
Not somebody broke chartering the yacht and then wanting their money back when it's over and then Quavo was on there and who did it? Because how do you pay to charter a yacht? You pay the money. Because I watch Below Deck. And, to charter a yacht is expensive or whatever. If you charter the yacht and you then take it back, I'm like, who do that? Somebody broke. So is the robbery the fact that the person who chartered the boat tried to get their money back? Did they rob the boat? Was the boat renter the robber? Was it a robbery? I don't know. Anyway, go. At least Quavo was safe. Okay, Quavo was okay. Protecting Migos. Sad news. So earlier today, there was a story that a 3-year-old drowned at the pool at Quad's house. Now, when I first heard the news, I said a 3-year-old little girl. I was like, wait a minute. I remember when Quad had posted about like adopting or taking in or being a mother figure to a kid like 3-4 years ago. So I was like, damn, if a 3-year-old little girl, I'm like, I wonder if it's the same little girl that Quad had been telling us about. So turns out it was. So the little girl who was visiting Quad from down there in Memphis, Tennessee, that was in Atlanta visiting. Now, this is where it got weird for me. And this is per neighborhood talk, part of the police people. When they said how 2 men claimed they found the child in the pool, thought that the child was a doll, but it was a little girl. But the fact that at one point they had said they were all down by the pool, the 2 adults went upstairs. And the whole time I was hearing the story, I kept on saying, but who was watching the child? Yeah, this is my thing. I can swim, but I'm not going to the deep side of the pool. I can tread water, but I'm not going to go too far away from the edge where I can hold on to it. And I'm 41 years old. And I'm like, I really just need people to really, 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 really know you can't be leaving children by the pool, not even for a little second, because it takes 1 second for a kid to fall in the pool who can't swim or it's too deep of the side of the pool. And, it's crazy that when I was reading it, they were saying how allegedly the adults, 2 male adults, like had went upstairs in the house, left the pool area allegedly. And when they came back to the pool, the child, I'm like, who the fuck was watching the baby? And I don't mean to pour salt on any wound for such a tragic story, because I can't imagine. I got nephews, well, a nephew. I got, my nephew. I have god kids, you know what I'm saying? Cousins, all that. Can't imagine. And I feel like, why would the adults walk away? Now, I'm on the Jackson brand now. I said, police were reportedly told by 2 men present at the scene that they were hanging out at the pool before briefly going inside. When they returned, gentlemen said they thought they were looking at a doll in the pool before realizing it was a young girl. They then called for help, called 911. And, the little girl passed away at the hospital from the drowning. And I just feel like, if this ain't just a notion of watch your kids, even if they can swim, even if they are motherfucking Jacques Cousteau, even if they Michael Phelps or whatever, watch your children, because it takes such quick seconds for kids who may not even be so used to being in the pool to fall in. And it made me so mad. It made me so mad because it was the fact that they even said, like, they thought it was a doll. I'm like, so who was watching the child? That's all I keep thinking. And, not to blame anybody, not to offend anyone. We know this is a tragedy, period. They say they don't know if Quad was even at the house. But a rep said a statement on behalf of the family. Quad Webb and her family suffered the loss of 2 beloved family members in separate occasions in just 1 week. This has been an incredible, challenging experience for the entire family. Your understanding and support are deeply valued. So we don't know who else died besides the little girl. Okay. But I still feel like, regardless of whatever, I still feel like, who was watching the child? If y'all went in the house real fast, take her with you. Because this is my 3 years old ain't 6. A 6-year-old, you can say, hey, do not go in the pool. I'll be back in 2 minutes. A 6-year-old, they'll listen. 6-year-olds will listen. 3-year-olds, no. So I just am horrified because, one, whoever left the child and whoever else is cared, they're gonna feel bad. Quad gonna feel bad because it was her. I think like her niece, a great niece or what like that. Quad gonna feel, because it was also at her house. So I feel like, pay attention to your children. Pay attention to when DJ be at the beach, I'm like, DJ, stay in the shallow end. And he's 17 years old. Is he 17? Yes, he's 17. So I'm just concerned. I'm just devastated because I'm like, who was watching the little girl? Because the police haven't said they talked to anybody else except 2 men, we don't know who they were, who were at the house. I'm like, were they the ones babysitting? Did y'all not fucking know to pay attention? So while we send them condolences and healing energy and positive vibes, we also saying, watch the damn children. You hear me? Watch them. Anyway. Let's get to speaking of watching your children. Y'all know Caresha is a parent. even though we don't see Caresha with her children that often because she kind of keeps them off social media a lot, but she has 2 children. Her son is 10. Rolling Loud, happened this weekend. So I seen Quavo perform. I think Cardi B will Quavo perform or whatever. People was having a good old time. Adult time was being had this weekend. And video was then posted of Caresha's son, who's 10, at Rolling Loud, tossing money onto women dancing. I don't know if they strippers. What I do know is when anybody's shaking their butt and money is being tossed on people shaking their butt, that's a lot. So somebody posted a clip of her son, who's 10, and said, hey, you gonna address this or no? And Young Miami, Caresha said, my son at Rolling Loud having a ball backstage. Let's address it. And I'm like, ma'am, do you not, you don't get, it is my thing. Rolling Loud is a concert. You know what I'm saying? Rolling Loud is a concert. If your parent is a rapper or an artist, there will be times your children will be at your performances. I've seen Ludacris, Ludacris got all the daughters. I've seen Ludacris's wife, Adoxy, with the daughters, in the audience at Ludacris's shows. I have no issue. We see Beyonce. We see Beyonce, who has, Blue performing for a quick second at her shows. So we know that sometimes children will see them perform. However, because I don't have an issue with her bringing her child to see her perform as a performer. But I'm like, at what point did anyone think, you know what? Let's let the 10-year-old child throw some money at people while they dancing? Who thought that was going to be smart? Who said, yeah, let's do that? Who said that's the right decision? Why? And why I posted on now, Rolling Loud was like streamed or whatever. That's crazy to me. So Caresha, he having fun. Let's address it. So folk had issue. Someone said, he's 6 years old. He shouldn't be out that late. And he shouldn't be throwing money at strippers. It's okay to admit that you're wrong and to try to become a better mother. Now, I'm not saying she a bad mama, but I am saying she made a dumbass decision. Parents aren't perfect. We know that, but my mom is. My mom is. But I can say, lapse in judgment. But it's like when someone brings it to your attention, and when you read this, somebody said, oh, he's 6 years old, he shouldn't be out there. Well, the fact that her response was, he's 10. I'm like, bitch, that don't make it no better. 10 ain't a better age. A 10-year-old should not know what it even means to toss money at people dancing. That's the crazy part. Should not. Ain't nothing wrong with stripping. If you are an adult and you strip, hey, make your money, baby. Don't let it make you. If you are at least 18 or 21 years old enough to get into a club and you want to toss some ones, toss the money. But when you have your son at a performance where there are strippers and then someone gives him the money to toss said money on said strippers, that to me, your son should not even know she should not know that's the thing to do. But Caresha responses was basically in defense. He's 10. He ain't 6, he's 10. Then said, that's why I don't post my kids. Y'all bitches can talk a sore in y'all mouth about me, but I'll never give y'all the chance to have an opinion on my kids. I don't give a fuck. And I say, man, that's fine. And I'm gonna say this too. Were you there? Like, was it your decision? Did you make the decision to allow your 10-year-old son to toss money on the strippers. Because it's one thing to say, I do not want strangers commenting on my children when regular kid stuff is happening. This ain't regular kid. This is not you at home feeding him Fruit Loops for dinner because he wants a Fruit Loops. And folks have an issue with you feed him Fruit Loops and not you feed him regular food. Because for parents, sometimes your kids want some cereal, you just get an ass some cereal. Shut up. Here, take it. Because you don't feel like cooking. So the child wants some Fruit Loops, they get some fruit. That's the one thing. That's someone giving an opinion on you doing something real simple. But you having your kid at the concert where there are strippers and he's tossing money at the strippers, you can't turn that into, I don't want people talking about my kid. Girl, we're talking about you. This ain't about your child. This is about you. We then seen JT. Me and Jai do Rolling Loud together every year. It's my favorite time because I get to bond with him and turn up. This was the best year. I love the smile on his face. I'm a cool auntie. No, ma'am. I'm a cool auntie. Okay? Whatever DJ want, DJ get. 8 times out of 10, if it makes sense, he gets it. If he wants to go somewhere, we make it happen. DJ's a good kid. I'm a cool ass auntie. Okay? I was asleep this morning. He woke me up because he was with ADH. Okay? I was getting dressed for work. He called me when I was in my car. I sat in my car for 15 minutes to talk to my nephew. I'm the cool auntie. Okay? We go to movies. I'm the cool auntie. I let him. I'm the cool auntie. Taking your nephew to Rolling Loud, and he's tossing money at strippers. That's crazy. Even if everything else he did was cool, was chill, I feel like to not address, maybe my son should not have been viewing the dancers dance, and no one should get some money to toss at the strippers. And Young Miami, thank you so much. That literally brings tears to my eyes, remind me every time that this shit is bigger than us. Jai said that was the best day of his life. Yes, it was, because he saw ass and titties. He's now 10, and he had a good time seeing ass and titties. Tossing the monies. And the fool, as the king should, this so what? Wish you had a son to toss money at the strippers. So, Caresha, no one is speaking on your son. They're speaking on something you allow him to do publicly. I don't even have an issue with your son being or you're a rapper. I get it. But if you can't make sure that when the adult shit going on, your son doesn't see it, then that when Scrappy, okay, from Love and Hip Hop would say how Mama D had hoes, pimps, all that stuff, and it was kind of normal. It was Mama D made it seem as if it was normal, and Scrappy is now a grown adult man who is traumatized from having to live through that. Meaning, parents who put their children through adult situations as if it's cool because that's their life. My mom and my daddy they used to have a cabaret group. It was a group of people that would throw cabaret parties. My parents would go out and party. I didn't get to go until I was of age. They made sure while they was out handling business, because it was a business, that we had proper, sitters at home. You know what I'm saying? They did not allow us to go out and hang out with them. Not until I think I had to turn 18 when I went to one. I couldn't drink at the time. But they made sure while they were living life and enjoying life, throwing parties, that the children were safe and sound at home. And once we became of age, then we were able to go to the cabaret parties. Because proper parenting, in my opinion, is it does not mean the parent cannot enjoy life and enjoy adult things. It just means when you do enjoy adult things, your kids ain't around there seeing it. And even though a cabaret party is just a party at a hall. You know what I'm saying? But I get artists, kids will see them perform. But once the strippers come out, take your child home. If you can't afford a sitter to take your child home once the strippers on stage, then that's bad parenting. And of course he had fun. He saw ass and titties. Anyway, it is time for the stuff we came to discuss. But first, I need y'all to like the dang on video, please. Because liking is the thing to do. Okay, first up, Nene. Now, we know Nene's son, her oldest son, Bryce, was arrested. He's in jail. He cannot afford a lawyer. He was arrested for some drug things. Okay? And Nene had not said much at all. But today, Nene and Carlos King posted a snippet because Nene did a 2-part interview with Carlos. Now, yes, I'm gonna watch it. Y'all know I do not like watching Carlos King because he aggravates my nerves. Even though he's from here, he gets on my nerves. So I try not to watch his stuff as much as I can, but because of Nene, I have to watch it. So it's a 2-parter. It'll probably come on tomorrow and Wednesday. So I'll review, in parts. Let's watch what Nene wants us to believe. Not what she wants to believe. Well, it's a snippet of her discussing Bryce's situation. Now, I think I said when the stuff happened with Bryce, I said, I feel like Bryce has a drug addiction. And Nene probably felt like, what? Hey, here's my cousin. Hey, cousin. It was called Diamonds and Pearls. That was the name of our family's cabaret company back in the day. Lucky in that. Nene talking about Bryce was cool. But let's listen to what she say and discuss.
It was recently in the news.
Yes.
Now, first of all, I got some nuggets here, y'all. I got some KFC nuggets because I'm hungry. When I get home to 9 o'clock, I had to eat a nugget. Nene's regular face looks good. I prefer Nene with no filters. I actually prefer her with no makeup. Nene's regular face is really beautiful. And when she has all that makeup on, those filters, when she face tunes her face, it makes her look like an alien. Regular Nene is gorgeous. Now, I know I have season 1 Nene right here. Okay. This right here is season 1 Nene. This is current Nene. Yeah, she looks different, but she looks good. Okay. And whoever she has doing her makeup here is fine. But let's listen.
alleged things of fentanyl, alleging that he got caught by the cops and said his name was Brent Leakes. How is Bryson doing?
I spoke to him on the phone. I think he's doing okay. He needs rehabilitation. He needs a lot of counseling.
Now, at first when I watched, I thought she said he needs counseling, but she said counseling. I'm like, okay, so she is admitting, letting us know that he full-fledged has a drug addiction. And I feel like when you know what, like, excuse me, I don't know where to get drugs from. I mean, I can get some Tylenol, some ibuprofen, some Excedrin. I know, if I can go to my doctor to get, but I'm not a pill person. I'm like, where does a person even get the fentanyl from? But Nene, like, he needs rehab. He needs counseling because he has an addiction.
Like many families out there, I have family members that are struggling with drugs and certain addictions. And he has an addiction. He's been struggling with it for years. He's been in rehab for a couple times, and he still have come back out and relapsed. As a mom, just to watch it is, my hands are tied. He is 31 years old. He's an adult. He has 3 children, 3 beautiful children who I adore. He has a wife.
That means that's a grown-ass man. That's a grown man with children, with a wife, period. And him being a grown man, what do y'all expect me to do? I know I'm as a mama. What do you expect me to do? And I feel like her point is that she said he's already been to rehab. He got out. When he was caught stealing razors from Walgreens all those years ago, I'm like, he's stealing razors? Is that a spider? Y'all, I think it's a spider on my wall. Keep watching. Let me kill it.
It's not much that I can do. For people who have had children or family members that have been on drugs, they know that they have to be ready. They have to simply be ready. I've spent so much money on trying to get Bryson, where he needs to be, but every time I've sent him off, it's because I said, you are giving your ass up and we are sending you off. But I learned through counseling myself that he has to say, I'm ready to go, not me making him go. So until Bryson is ready to make a change, it's nothing I can do.
But that's true. I killed the spider. You can't force people who have an addiction to do nothing. You can make them go to rehab. They'll go. But you can't make them stay clean once they're out. So I feel like, she can't control him. She can't force him to want to do better. I think in many ways she is defending herself. Because I think when it first came out, people felt like, well, what is Nene doing? Why can't she help? So I think while she is telling his story, she's kind of making a statement like, I don't want y'all blaming me because he's been to therapy. He then relapsed. He's 31 years old. He has his own kids, his own wife. He is not really my job to handle anymore because I've already tried to help him. Some parents don't feel that way. Some parents feel like no matter how old their child is, they will always try to help them each and every time. But sometimes that ain't how it goes because each person's journey is different.
As a mother, I would never wash my hands of my child, right? But I'm kind of numb to it because it's been happening for so many years. I'm just really kind of numb to the situation.
Obviously, your children were brought up on reality television, being famous because their mom is famous.
Yes.
Do you think Bryson being famous and dealing with being on television, all those things, affected his ability to be the adult you wanted him to be? Did it contribute to the drug usage and those things?
You know,
let me say something about that. Because I feel like Nene kids were never famous. We never even saw her kids that much. I feel like in the earlier days of the show, some of the kids, we saw them as kids. I feel like usually, like he may be popular in Atlanta. Like people may know him in Atlanta. So I'm not negating that fact. But I do feel like none of the kids of Atlanta, none of them really were like famous because of their parents on the show. We didn't see them much. It really was focused more. We knew she had sons and we knew who they were, yes. But I don't see Nene's sons. Hell, I don't see none of the housewives' children as famous kids. We just know they parent. And because a lot of the housewives have children, not many of the children have known drug addiction. So I do feel like her son got on drugs because he got on drugs. Because why didn't he, like Sheree's son, as far as we know, wasn't on drugs, or son or daughter, Riley, hell, even Kim K kids. They may be addicted to surgery, but they're not addicted to drugs, as far as we know. But a lot of these housewife children's don't get addicted because of their parents being famous, but they may have access to stuff, and that is what causes it. You have to just not want to do drugs. I used to smoke weed. The most I've ever done is I've never even had ecstasy. Like I used to smoke weed a long time ago, and I never was an actual like. I would never have to go like. I've never been a person to go like buy some weed. I've never had to roll a blunt for myself, never. But I have partaken in the ganja, okay, the sticky, whatever. But I'm like, who wants to go further than that? Because we know how addictive these other drugs are. And I know sometimes, people lay stuff and this, that, and then this or whatever. So it's just weird. But I do feel like there are more success stories of the housewife children than failures. I use the word failure than drug addicted children. You know what I'm saying? I feel like let's not make it because the parent was famous. That's what got him on drugs. It's like, no, ma'am, no, sir, no, Carlos, no.
I don't have to say I don't think it helped, but I wouldn't say this the sole cause of it. It certainly didn't help because we started on television when Bryson was like in the 11th or 12th grade, and Brent was in 3rd grade, and so they're having to be in a light shine on them that they did not ask for. People are picking them apart because of the job that I chose to do.
And not like that, Nene. I don't know what went on. I don't know what went on in their household. I don't know what went on in their boy's school or whatever. I don't know. So I'm not negating what she said happened. But I do feel like housewives did not get like popular or whatever until like season 2 and season 3. So I feel like no one, like they weren't even famous then. So I hope like it's gonna come off like an asshole thing, whatever. Like, I feel like nothing from the show could have affected them to that extent. But I feel like we didn't really know the kids. I think that may just be in the city, in Atlanta, because folks do them in Atlanta. That's where the access came from, not like worldwide.
So I feel for them in that way, but there's just issues that he has, and I don't know addiction because I don't have an addiction. I just know from what people have said to me. But Lamar Odom also called me and said that he would grab Bryce right away and send him to his place. He has a rehabilitation place somewhere.
Bryson.
Now, what I want to say about that is that's a good thing that Lamar, offered to, help Bryce. Lamar has his own rehab place. I do find this funny though. Nene saying that she don't know much about addiction because she doesn't have one. I do feel like, in my personal opinion, if you know your child has been struggling with addiction for years, I would have hoped that you would look into how addiction affects the family and this and that. Just get kind of a little bit more educated with it, because that way you can maybe understand more what he's going through. Because sometimes you can't help somebody if you don't understand, and you may not be able to know wholeheartedly what happened. But I'm like, you can at least help a little bit. Okay. So part 1, I believe, comes out tomorrow. I will review that once I can watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna have a live review. It may be a live review, chit chat about it. We shall see. But I hope the family gets information on how to, work with, address, and just deal with people who have addiction. Let's move on to Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. Okay, we have. I'm just not starting Carlee. Why did my phone go off? Oh, I'm about to. Oh, my phone be so dumb, and I'm missing text. Anyway, here. Okay, so we all know Carlee was around here on some bullshit. You hear me? On some fraggle bullshit. Okay, and she was she's the enemy. Okay, because Queen like Scar was around here lying to Simba. Okay, was around here lying to Simba. And Carlee Smollett, as we got to call her, around here getting caught in the foolishness that is her lies. Now, Carlee was reported missing by family members because she called 911. She then called a family member. The family member heard her scream. The police got to where her car was. The door was open. Her purse was in the car. Her wig, her cell phone. She was snatched up 49 hours later, after a massive search, after countless hours and man hours, and folks worried all over the world. People were scared to help babies they may see in the wild, because we felt like Carlee got kidnapped, Carlee got snatched up, trying to help a random white baby on the side of the road. And she came home. She was found safe and sound or whatever. And we then heard the story she told when she said, look, boom, driving, saw a baby. Okay, I called 911, asked the baby on the road or whatever. I'm going to follow the baby. Got off on 911, snatched up by some white man with orange hair with a bald spot, put in an 18-wheeler, then put in a car. I escaped, got caught again. It was a lady, another baby. I was tied up. I was stripped naked. No, I wasn't tied up. I was. They took my clothes off, took some pictures, maybe plaited my hair, gave me some cheese crackers, and I escaped. I made it home. She gave a whole story to the police. Now this is a gotcha. This is how we know it's some bullshit. This is how we know she's a big cuckoo. Technically, Carlee did not call the police and say, hey, I'm kidnapped. Technically, her family did that based on her actions. Had Carlee came home and just said, I was tripping, I didn't see no baby, so I left. I was scared that 911 would come at me. Had she said that, it would have been like, okay, cool. She did not say she was missing. Her family did. Once she saw the TV, she came back. Cool. It's the fact that she gave the police a story as what happened. Is when she said, "Hey, they got me, but they didn't tie me up. They didn't want to leave no marks. You know, they got me naked, and I think they took some pictures. They didn't touch me though, but they did. She played with my hair. Like, it was the weirdest story that she gave once she came back. That made it like, no, she planned to make people think she was kidnapped. We saw the first press conference, and the police said she was up here searching for taking Amber Alert ages, who paid for Amber Alerts because she wanted to pay no money, and all this stuff, whatever. They then came out today and said, we have another press conference scheduled for 5 p.m. But 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I said, oh shit. My first thought was, did they find the kidnapper? Maybe they found the kidnapper. Let's watch our homie, the suit wearing dude who said, I got you. That's our friend. Okay. This white man right here was like, I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on around here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say what I think, and y'all can then say how y'all gonna say stuff. Now he wasn't. This time he was a good old blue suit, baby blue, sky blue, like light sky blue, like clear ocean water blue. He got all the good suits in his closet.
Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Karlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing, and we helped you determine where Karlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Karlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Karlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now.
When you are supposed to talk to the police and your lawyer say, nah, let's send the police a statement, you shut up. Send them a statement, leave it at that.
My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping.
I said, bitch, what? I said, bitch, what? Not that we felt like she was kidnapped, but the fact that the letter start out saying, well, first of all, most importantly, there was no kidnapping. I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
On Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road.
A white baby at that.
My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Karlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Karlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Karlee Russell during that 49 hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBCM 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
For WVRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting to
Yeah,
take place with Carlee?
no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Maria Chapman with Fox 6. What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13. Do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us, and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan, when JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony, that's all we know.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, this is a very elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Liviana Calmes, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Thank you. Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. But just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So, first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We'll still try to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
First of all,
again,
I panicked, y'all. I don't know if I really saw a bug or not because my hair was blowing and I kept moving because my hair was blowing with the fan is on. So I think I saw a bug flying, but I don't know. That's part one. I'm mad I could not talk through the thing. But let's get to Carlee. Okay. Carlee ain't shit. I think that's the consensus because you actively lied. You actively made up something. I'm gonna pop off screen in case a bug fly up, but y'all can't see me screen. You actively lied. You actively made people think something happened that did not happen. You actively called 911 to report a fake baby. You actively called your family member and then fakely screamed on the phone. You left your car, your purse, your phone. You staged the scene. You staged the scene to make it seem like a kidnapping. So I feel like I saw folks say, oh, it could be mental health issues. She could be some kind of mental thing. She just a bit delusional. I feel like, no, she planned it out. She planned it out. She was searching and Googling things. She went to Target to get some snacks because she did not want to be hungry. She took a robe and tissue from her job. She got fired from her job as well. She actively planned this out. This wasn't no out the blue. You know what, today? I'm going to leave my car on the side of the road and say I saw a baby. Like, no, she planned all of it. So I don't think there's anything to do with mental issues or whatever. It has everything to do. It was a bug. Oh my God, y'all, it's a bug and I don't know where it is. Him said he saw the bug. Lord Jesus. But my point is that she knowingly planned this. She should go to jail. In my opinion, I feel like because she knew what her actions would do, because she knew that it would be an issue some kind of way, I feel like it should not be, oh, well, we'll just let her be to herself. No, she should go to jail. She should go to jail. She should go to jail because I feel like nobody should make people be terrified that they could be kidnapped because somebody on the side of the road, kidnapping people who looking for babies. So I feel like that's why, not that she don't get no sympathy or whatever, but she damn sure should not get off. Right? Her whole plan backfired. Her whole idea of, hey, let me act like it, and then I can kind of get some attention. And the crazy part is that they was asking to do, like, do you know why? Do you know why she did it? And it's like, no, not at all. And I feel like what would have happened if she did not come back? What would have happened had she just stayed gone? Would she have kept people looking for her? And she came back thinking, I guess she thought nobody would look into the fact that she was kidnapped. No one will look into the fact that she was missing. No one will look into the fact that, girl, you can't come back and make it seem as if nothing happened. It's like, I think she rethought, if I come back, they won't think about who took me. So I think she should, because I said, Jussie Smollett, who made up somebody beating him up, that's, whatever. But I feel like Carlee made us think she could be dying. She could have been dead somewhere. And that's the part that I can't get over. That's the part that gets on my goddamn nerves. So we now know for a fact that she told the whole lie. She's a liar. Okay? She's a liar. A deceiver. and she deserves what she gets. Fully deserves it. Okay. Now let's move on to the grand resistance. Okay, because Bishop Robbery's Robber-Versary. And you know what I'm saying, he has been around here getting on our nerves for a whole year. And I feel like nobody knew a year ago that we would still be talking about somebody's robbery at a church last summer. Nobody would be thinking that we're still going to be dealing with the bishop whose stuff was missing. Nobody was thinking that we would still be dealing with him going live and fussing a year later. But here we are, a whole year later, and we see it's still some fraggle bullshit because nobody will, because he won't shut up, basically. And because he won't shut up, we can't stop talking about it, okay? But the Robber-Versary has come, okay? It's round here. And I really feel like anybody who a year later still has the same ideals that, you know, it's all about him and his suits, and he don't realize that no, that's not what it is. What it really is not only your suits, y'all. It's a flying bug. This is why I hate the summertime. Because whenever I open my damn door, a bug fly in, and I don't know where it's at, y'all. It may try to kill me. It may try to kill me. Okay, because I'm trying to watch my live to see if I saw a bug or not. Because him said he saw one, and I feel like I saw one. But I don't know. Because sometimes him like fucking with me to say that. But the robbery of it all. So last year, none of us, at least nobody I knew Bishop Robbery. You know, listen to the song. Do you know what today is? It's the Robber-Versary. Bishop probably said that bug to come get me. Because he know I hate bugs. Okay? I'm gonna leave it be. But it's the Robber-Versary. Okay, it is the Robber-Versary. And I really thought he would, I don't know anyone who's been through something like that who kind of holds on to it and has held on to it this whole time. Okay, the whole time. So first I want to get into, let's watch what happened. Let me pull up the robbery itself. So last year, Larry Reed, who I also did not know who he was, posted the video because Bishop Robbery was live in the church of a few people, and the live turned out to change his life because the live showed people come around there and snatching this stuff away. So this video is what we saw the whole time, and there's about 30 seconds that shows us the people act, because we never saw the people in the church. But let's watch what happened.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo, all right. All right.
Now, a lot of people felt like because he said watching people die and what you're about to go through, people felt like he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk about what was about to go on. So that's why folks thought he knew it was coming. Now, we still don't know what the man in the corner. The man in the corner was who we kept looking at the whole time because he never budged. saying that? Has he came out and told his story? No. It was a quiet robbery too. Oh my God.
Come on, hustle.
Oh, now he wanted to get up.
Nico, go. Please, Nico. Stay there. Just stay. Stay. Don't move. Come here. Come here. Come. Go to your mom. Go to your mom. Go to your mom. Go. Go. Just stay there, okay? Come on, Jaylee. Just don't worry about no fucking iPad. Come on, it's an exit this way. Come on, it's an exit. We gotta exit. Stay right here. Sit.
Now we ain't seen his wife since ever. What a wife at? Now that was what we seen then. That was all the footage we seen then. We never saw the footage of them inside the church. We had never seen the gun in the baby's face. We had never seen any of that. But today he put out this footage, which shows them. Now, first of all, we finally see how many people was in church. Because, excuse me, I feel like he said, oh, it was like 70 people in the church. I'm like, sir, that's like 20. It's about 20 people. Okay. So we're gonna just point out, you know what, maybe okay. But you see them come in. The people in the church got down before Bishop did. Remember, he said he told them all to get down, and they got down. And I'm like, I feel like they moving faster than you, because it happened so fast. Because look, if you the lady the lady on the last seat in the back, I think she turned around first. But everybody, in my opinion, got down before Bishop did. So one came in, went right to the wife. Second one came in, walking oh so slow. I've never seen such a slow walking robbing person. They went to the bishop. But I feel like they came in to get exactly what they wanted. And that was all it was like 25 seconds of it. But we see they did come in. The 20 people in attendance did get down. But I just felt like it should have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But if y'all recall, when he was first talking back then, it was 70 people. And I'm like, so that's not, can you not count? I don't think he can count. I don't think he can count. He won't let it go. Okay, because this was a whole year ago. So again, he did not release nothing more than that. So we don't see, there was no sound. We can't hear anything from this camera footage. All we see is they came in, the people got down, then the bishop got down. Okay, so the one person who came in, then when the second person came in, but we do see the person did go to his wife. Now, I do feel like they knew exactly. I said before, people don't usually rob a place and not rob everyone in there. It's a reason they went to his wife and to him. It's because they knew where the money was. They knew where the money was. Now, I want to show y'all, let's relive the bullshit that happened after that. Okay? Bishop was around here. Is the right one? No, it's the wrong one. Bishop was around here upset at people for discussing what happened. Larry Reed and Bishop Robbery, their feud this past year, this is where it started. Because the robbery happened, the video went viral, everyone and their mama was discussing it. Everyone had an opinion on this, that, or the other. It kept up in the blogs for like maybe a week or two because it was shocking. And because Bishop Robbery kept talking. Well, when Larry Reed and the Genesis lady was on IG Live discussing it, the 2-person conversation turned into a 3-person conversation, and this is where the feud between them started. Okay?
I'm going to have a conversation about it. I wasn't going to, so I'm only going to do this here on IG. I'm not going to do it on, I may take it from IG and put it up there, but I'm not going to do a live about it because I don't want to injure or traumatize anybody that may be hurt from the event, if it is a real event. And the only reason why I'm saying if it's a real event, because that's what's being discussed online.
After it happened, a lot of folks were saying, did he set it up? Was it a real robbery? Because if y'all remember, it was reported that $1 million worth of jewelry is what was stolen in the robbery. Nothing from the congregation was taken, just stuff taken from Bishop and his wife. And when folk heard a reverend out here in New York had $1 million worth of jewelry, how he drives a Rolls Royce and this and that, people did start questioning things. And so some folk did feel like, was it a real robbery? Was it a fake robbery? Whatever. And then because no footage came out beside only of that one shot, people wondered, was it real or not?
I happen to have met Bishop Whitehead. I have met him before. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I don't know him that well, but that I know him. If his phone number has changed, I could probably call him. But we aren't, close friends, but I do know him, and I met his wife. We were sitting at the dinner table at my mentor's house. So I do know him, but I don't know him that well. And usually when stories like this come up, I may post it or say something about it, but I don't give it a whole lot, especially if it's someone that I know. It's because I've had conversations with him. I said, I'll post this, but I ain't going to really discuss it that much. So I want Genesis Warren, who tonight, her story is going to go up live. I want her to come in here so I can talk to her. This is probably going to get heated. I'm pretty sure, knowing Bishop Whitehead, whatever somebody go back and tell him, he is going to probably think negative because I'm media and I am an outlet. Hey. I was telling them that, first of all, she's a pastor, but I call her, and I have always called her, Apostle Warren. And so, but she's also a coach and an entrepreneur, so she wears more than one hat. But she has her opinion, and she sticks by her opinion, and I respect the same way with Tiffany Montgomery. We don't always agree either, but I respect these beautiful black women that have these great heads on their shoulders. Okay, now Genesis, what were you saying concerning the pastor and the robbery? What is your point of view?
Okay, first of all, hey y'all, don't come for me in these comments, you LRLers, okay? Because I got my natural thing going on because I'm working today.
You look good.
All right, so don't come for me in these comments.
You look good.
Thank you. So I
I don't know the man of God, first of all. And I know how it feels to be viral. I know how it feels for people to say all type of things or whatever. I've been in that seat. I'm going viral on TikTok right now, okay? And y'all say some crazy stuff. So I get it. I understand it. But Larry, when I saw that video, I ain't gonna lie, I was screaming. And I was laughing because, not because of the guns and, because from my understanding, they put a gun up to his baby's head, and those things are just horrible. That is nothing funny at all. But baby, when they panned that camera over there to that left, and that man was sitting over there, and they had that sheet with them thumbtacks, oh my God, hung up on that wall, baby, I was screaming. But it did look kind of Tyler Perry-ish to me. It did, and I'm not saying that the pastor had anything to, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe someone that knows him had him set up, because he said in one of the videos that they took one of the chains from him that was inside of his robe. Well, how would someone even know that that was there? So that made me think that it was someone that he knew. And then he came out today saying that he's giving away $50,000 for anybody that knows who the robbers are. I don't know, Larry. It just seems kind of weird to me. Or maybe he's trying to maybe flex and show us that he has money. I'm not understanding, but I'm gonna tell you something about the streets of New York, baby. They know how to produce a man. I'm gonna tell you that. The streets of New York know how to produce a hustler, Larry.
Yes, sir.
They do. And all of the cars and the money and the flashy clothes, I like it. I mean, to be clear, I like it because he said he's in real estate. And so I think that's amazing that you can turn your life around and provide for you and your family. But it kind of looked a little, I don't know. I felt bad for laughing. I really did. But something in the milk ain't clean.
Okay. Now, I can't help but be real and be honest. I wasn't going to say anything, but you just said something. Let me tell you this, Jenny. You know my spiritual father, right?
Yes, and I love him.
Yeah, so I was coming to New York, and he said, I want you to meet somebody. I said, okay. Actually, I met him over the phone, FaceTime. He was smiling, had pretty white teeth, dark skin, good skin. I said, who is this sissy? The bishop done got. I said, oh, these lips are so greased. I said, who is this sissy bishop done got around? I said, he loved to collect sissies. And so, I said, but then when I got around him, it was the very opposite. I mean, he was well put together, but he was very homophobic. He's very, very, very traditional, believe it or not. But
most people that are homophobic like drag queens.
But anyway, and so he was very flashy, and the whole conversation was about his money, how much money he got, how he dragged his former wife. Well, she done that online, so this not. I'm not telling you nothing you do not know. But it's still up. I mean, he dragged her because she was trying to keep him from seeing the children and stuff. He always told me, I got 4 kids, but 2 of them I can't see. It's a narrative. He had this thick Bible. He was showing us in the middle of Times Square. All this. And I told my bishop, I'm telling you what I told him. And I don't know, Bishop may get mad as well. Because this was behind
the scenes. Don't put me in that.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not in it. But I can't help but be real. Yeah. So I said, Bishop, this one here, my exact word, this is what I'm saying. I said, something in the milk ain't clean. And so then later, we went out to eat with him and his beautiful wife. She was pregnant.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, we were sitting there eating and talking, laughing, and we got into these conversations. And I just got more of, and he was a nice guy. He was very nice. He treated me well. He was very kind, But I told him, because he was talking about gays. He called them the F words. And I said, you know what? That there, I can't get with that. And I'm not saying this because I'm one, because that's what he was trying to say. Everybody, people like you who embrace the LGBTQ community, they say we gay or we this or that or compromise because we're not trying to send folk to hell. And so that was the conversation. And I just got I couldn't get with it. And so I told Bishop by the staircase, I said, this ain't it. Because, Bishop is forming a fellowship and things of nature. I said, he's not going to work for this. I said, then why he keep talking about his money? I said, and where does it come from? And so that was always.
That's something else too, y'all. We ain't never got a full, clear, concise answer for where the money came from. Yes, he did say when the other man introduced them, because Bishop Rob got the other Sammy Lips. He did say he called him SISSY. So, that was one thing Larry did say.
A mystery. And he would just say randomly real estate. So then I began to ask other questions. I was like, okay, who are you? Then I found out that he was in jail for scamming. I said, now, wait a minute now. So now with this video come out, that's why the only thing I did was just put the video out. I didn't add no commentary. I just said, he wear a lot of chains and stuff. When I tell you, me and Bishop had just got our colorgans, and it's like he went and got his colorgan, same color as mine, which only were like 200 of them made. The same color as mine to like prove I can do this too. And we had all these rings and all of these diamonds, which many of them in my, I'm not trying to hate, but if you're gonna wear diamonds, make sure they BS. So if you can pay that much money for them.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all these clouded diamonds, and so so many on his neck, and he wearing even on the civic attire. I'm like, so why is all the conversation about your money? Why is you constantly showing your money? Where is it in your life that you feel as though people are not recognizing who you are? And I think he has street cred and maybe some cred with some rappers and some industry people, but the church does not embrace him the way that they would embrace somebody who has the money that he has and da-da-da-da.
And y'all know Bishop Robbie has said that people from the church don't really, mess with him. And I think it's because they don't know where you came from. So where did you come? Where did your money come from? Who ordained you? Like, how did you become a bishop around here? We still don't know to this day.
But when I seen this here video, and I looked at this backdrop of look like sheets,
Larry,
and I said, now we got a problem, because if you rich, you can take $100,000 and buy you a whole new backdrop for the church. I said, this don't make no sense to me.
Larry, I was crying. When I seen it, I was screaming to the top of my lungs. I said, Lord, everybody in my subdivision gonna hear me. I'm telling you, that thing that had me weak. Lord, I'm sorry. Larry, that's why I texted you and I said, I'm probably going to hell. I can't stop laughing.
Not everyone and their mama was laughing about the backdrop of the church, okay? Because it did look cheap. It looked very cheap. And if you are boasting about how much money you have, you ride around the Rolls Royce. You had it was allegedly $1 million worth of jewelry stolen. Why don't you have a better design in your church? At this point, we did not even know he was renting the Baby Shower Cathedral. We thought he owned that church. We did not know he was renting the Baby Shower Cathedral and the Baby Shower chairs. Okay, so everyone was laughing about how the church looked in the background.
Lord, I'm sorry, God.
But that's not right, Genesis. As a pastor, that's not right. That's not right. Your tithe alone to get one of those nice LED backdrops like y'all see in all my studios and my mentor studios.
I got one in my church. Just pray we can hurry up and get in it. But I got one right there back there.
That's what I'm saying. If you rich, it's $80,000. Write the check to the ministry and buy it. I said, I only want 40 and 50,000. You can afford that. Take one of them chains. Why is y'all walking around here in Brooklyn and where your church is at? And you got hundreds of, like when I go to LA, everybody know I like diamonds. I don't wear all of that stuff when I go to these certain places. If I'm going to certain parts of Atlanta, I don't drive my car. I drive something else or I Uber there.
Well, Larry, I'm still ghetto. I'm still a little ghetto. And the Lord, he doing something in me, but I'm still a little ghetto. See, you see these this right here still costume jewelry. This was like $9.99. You see what I'm saying? So even though, no, seriously, like I have some tennis bracelets and things like that are authentic. Yeah. But I don't know. I think a lot of times people are very showy because of that rejection that they're still battling. But the truth of the matter is that when people don't care for you, they just don't care for you. And I think that's why he's offering $50,000. I got $50,000. I'm putting up. Well, why? Like, why? Take that 50 grand and, like you said, buy you a LED screen. We got to do better than them thumbtacks that's in that shit that's hung up on your wall.
Or take the 50,000, or take 10 of it, and send your wife into counseling. She was just traumatized. They put the gun to the baby allegedly. We don't know. We ain't seen that. Yeah, we didn't see it. Yeah, we don't really know what he said in the live. I told everybody to get down. Nigga, we just saw the video. You did not tell nobody to get down.
We watched it too. Now again, Larry's saying allegedly about the gun in the baby thing because at that time no one saw that. So when you are discussing a story, you have to say allegedly if you don't see something. And he was like, "Because we didn't see that part, so we can't say because we didn't see that. We saw you get down. We did not see or hear you tell anybody else to get down."
You said, "All right."
Larry. I don't know. But his wife does seem to be sweet. His wife and I, we're Facebook friends, and
this what it did. This what it.
Oh God. Boy, you is crazy. Okay. What Lisa and Shamaka on them at?
I'm down here to learn about myself. Can't nobody tell me what to do.
Oh God.
He's here. He said he wants to talk. Oh, you got.
Because as the live was happening, Bishop Robbery said, I'm here.
Got to hit the thing and request to join, and I'll let you on.
Oh, that'll be great. That would be great.
Yeah. Let's go live.
So I got to get kicked out.
Said, let's go live since you want to talk and laugh. I will laugh right here in your face that you have, and we just don't need to be a fight, but we're grown. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah.
You already know how I am. I'm straight up with it.
But I am glad that his baby and his wife, I'm glad that they're okay. See, real talk. Bishop, we are glad that y'all are okay. Like, this is not that type of party. We're glad that you're okay.
Right. But it's funny.
Yeah,
that you got
funny,
thumbtacks on your background.
It's funny.
And you're a multimillionaire.
Bishop, that is funny now, Bishop. I promise. If it was my church, you could laugh at me and I wouldn't get mad. I promise. As a matter of fact, at the temporary location, right now, I'm at my church, but we're at a temporary location because of reconstruction. But the church that I'm in right now, Bishop, you can turn on the live stream and laugh at that. I wouldn't even be mad. I promise I would. It's just funny.
Right. Let's see what he got to say. Here he is.
The kicker was, at that point in time, no one knew he was renting that space. That's why it looked horrible, because he was renting. He's a multi-million-dollar preacher with allegedly all that jewelry that was all allegedly $1 million, but he was renting the space.
Okay.
Hey, Bishop.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You upset that I was laughing?
Nah, and I'm not upset about anything. You guys have your prerogative to say what you want to say, but when you are turning what happened to my church into a laughing stock, that's what I have a problem with, because I gave you nothing but respect and nothing but honor when I met you. I treated you with nothing but respect, nothing but with straight integrity. And you want to sit here and talk about that I purchased my coloring when you bought yours. I never even knew you bought your coloring. I bought my coloring over a year ago. And when we both met, and let's keep it real, Larry, when we both met,
he came in pissed.
When we was in Times Square, you said, oh, shoot, I got the same color coloring. I didn't even know you. I just met you. So why would I purchase a truck like you have? I don't understand.
Well, look at Larry's face.
Like I don't understand. And then, young lady, I don't know you, but when you sitting here talking about I have thumbtacks on the wall, no, those are backdrops. Those are step and repeats. Okay.
But those are okay. But how are they? But are they tacked to the wall? They may be step and repeats, but they are still tacked to a wall.
Okay, and let me tell you, I purchased a church. I own a church. I own a whole block, and that's a temporary church right now. I own the whole block.
Now, again, he said this a year ago, how he owns the whole block. He's still at home in that same office doing church.
Okay, so at the end of the day, you guys are coming at me, and after what my church just went through, and y'all sitting here laughing and making a mockery of it, and you want to talk about hold on, you want to sit here and talk about cloudy diamonds? Nobody talking about your diamonds, brother. If you feel that your diamonds is better than mine, so be it. So be it. Okay, no problem. Then you wanted to talk to me about our discussion about.
You don't have to be angry.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. But at the end of the day, when I'm looking, my team sends me your live, Larry. I never disrespected you, brother. I treated you with nothing but respect and integrity. So from where this is coming from, I don't know. So please inform me. Please inform me.
Number one, it's opinion. You're viral. My job is to talk about what is viral. I did you a favor.
Because nobody was talking about the robbery, honestly, until Larry reposted it. When Larry reposted it, it went viral. And it got all the attention of everybody around the world, including my attention. It did come from us seeing it on Larry's thing. And I will say Larry is right. At this point in time, something that happened to you went viral, and people are giving their opinions on it. It's not personal. It's people gave opinions.
No, I don't need no favors from you, Larry. But my question to you is, Larry, excuse me, ma'am, I don't even know you, ma'am. All right, so you can just stay out of this one. I don't even know you. All right, I don't even know you. You're trying to include yourself into this. You need to go and get some weight loss if you want to get if you want to get.
I'm like, well, she ain't said nothing. Why I gotta get weight loss surgery? Ain't your mama fat? His mama fat. You can't tell nobody to lose weight if your mama fat. That's just not the thing. That you can't do that. I'm like, she ain't even said nothing. She just sitting there.
Sir, yes, sir. If you want to see and laugh about what happened in my church when we got armed robbed, you're fat. That's what you are. You're a fat slob. I don't know you. All right. We can really get like this. All right. You're not gonna laugh at the situation where a gun was pointed at my baby.
So when I say, when he tried to make it seem as if everybody been messing with me, everybody been coming at me, that lady wasn't saying nothing to that man because she was fat, a fat slob. Need to lose weight, have weight loss surgery, and because sir, everyone was laughing at the end of the day. And your mama fat.
I listen to it. I listen to it. All right. I listen to it. I listen to it. So I don't even know you. Number one, I don't know you. I don't know. Don't give me no props and laugh at me at the same time. Don't give me no props and laugh at me at the same time. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
So this is the Bishop. This is where Bishop robbery came from. Because this is like maybe a week. This is a week or less after the robbery. This just in you. You not even a bishop at this point in time. You not thinking about God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, Mary, Joseph, nobody. The fact of the matter was you going at her when all she said was the damn thumbtacked backdrop look cheap. It does. It does. But they have verbatim said no one's laughing at the robbery. No one's laughing about the baby. No one. They specifically said that. And he around here being him to someone when he try to make it seem as if he's been just poked all this time. No, you came doing some poking your damn self.
Let's go there, Biggie. Let's go there, Biggie.
You don't know me. You never
Let's go there, Biggie.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
I'm a liar. Let's go. How am I lying, Biggie? Biggie big, not Biggie Smalls, but you're Biggie big.
Not fat jokes. Not a grown man doing fat jokes at a woman on IG Live.
Quote unquote,
all right.
Bishop in the Lord's church.
That's right.
You have seen my face on your timeline before, and if you say you haven't, you're a liar.
I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I do not know you. I do not know you. But at the end of the day, when you come here and try to talk about me, and I don't know you at all. And at the end of the day, when I come on and I'm listening and I'm sitting, you laughing at me. I'm sitting here, you laughing at me
because the backdrop was funny. The backdrop was funny. When you think of someone getting robbed for $1 million allegedly in jewelry, who has a Rolls Royce, who's around here in these expensive, Fucci suits and Balenciaga suits, you would think that the backdrop would look better. You alive, your wife was alive, the baby, no one was killed. You was robbed, your ego was hurt. Once we get past, everyone is, is fine. You came around here and showed your ass.
I don't even know you. And then Larry, you want to talk about, hold on. And Larry, you want to.
And he never lets people talk. He likes to yell and fuss over people.
And talk about hold on, Larry, and you want to sit here and talk about that I spoke about homosexuality. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on one second. Nobody wants to talk to you, Biggie. Nobody wants to talk to you, Biggie. All right? No. Don't talk about women now. Don't talk about women because y'all laugh when Larry said about the gun in my daughter's face. Y'all laugh. That's what you did. Y'all laugh. That's what you did. And you want to say about if that's really true. That's what you said, Larry. And
we didn't see it till today. No, and even the video that he put out today, we only see the gunman over there. We still don't see the gun at the baby. We think it happened, but then we hadn't seen shit. Hell, we thought Carlee was on the side of the road with a baby. That ain't happened. People say things happen and people be lying.
I laughed. And what you did was you laid on your carpet. You laid on your carpet and pretended to be me. You're disrespectful, okay? You're disrespectful. And at the end of the day, Larry, at the end of the day, Larry, at the end of the day, I respected you. And you want to talk about the LGBT community? We had a conversation. And
you can tell someone was calling him like, get off the live. Get off the live. We did not tell you what was being said for you to go around there and get on there acting a fool. At this point, you're acting the fool. His phone kept ringing, folks, and get off the damn live.
My position was that I preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I'm not. If homosexuality is an abomination,
No, you're mean. You're mean.
What are you talking about? Mean? How am I mean?
You're
I'm not
mean.
mean. You're mean.
Hold on.
You're mean. You're mean. Because at the end of the day, y'all sitting here.
I think he was saying you're a meme because at this point he was a meme. I'm just saying.
Laughing at something that 4 gunmen could have took my family life, and y'all sitting here making a mockery of it. All right?
We are not.
This big blimp right here want to sit here.
Not a big blimp. She not no big blimp. Your mother.
And talk about women, all right? And you want to sit here and validate homosexuality because you just admitted that you're a faggot, all right? That's
not using the F word.
Okay,
didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell everybody?
That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it. That's right.
Yeah, at first he said 4 gunmen. We know now there was only 3. So again, people say stuff that don't really be true.
Everybody knows the spirit that you operate by.
No. Everybody understands the response. Everybody understands the response. All right? Understand the response. I treated you with nothing but respect. I treated you with nothing but respect. All right? And you are a foul individual.
You do not have the level of integrity. You do not have the level of intelligence or self-control that you need.
Who cares about your
That is horrible. And that is not even true.
Making money. You just start making money. You just start making money.
And you got children and members.
At all. So you can go to Bishop Jordan and you can talk to Bishop Jordan. You can talk to Bishop Jordan and say, oh, I brought the bishop and I said, that ain't right. Let me tell you something, all right? Long as God got me, I don't need none of y'all. I don't need none of you.
Now, he said that a year ago. And for a full year, he been saying the same thing. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. Well, you stop saying it and keep moving.
None of you. All right? None of you. All right? And
she, me. She the corner. Ain't saying shit.
At the end of the day, you violated, Larry. You violated. Y'all laughing about what happened in my church.
We are not. You making that up.
Listen, let me tell you, Larry, you ain't built like that. All right? You're a whole sucker. You ain't built like that. And this
I'm not built like
right
what?
Here,
not a sucker.
And laugh at my daughter and my father and my family. You're a blimp. You're a fat blimp. All right? And at the end of the day, let me tell you this, right?
She ain't said nothing.
My family and my church could have got killed. My family and my church could have got killed. Okay?
No, you know, they didn't have 20 bullets. It was only 20 people in there. They couldn't kill everybody. They didn't come in there to kill y'all, and we was happy y'all lived. Calm down, sir.
And y'all sitting here laughing about it. All right? And y'all all foul. You're foul. Larry Reed, I treated you with nothing but respect when you came to my town. Nothing but respect. All right?
I was at my bishop house.
No, I'm talking about in New York City. I treat you with nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. I ain't never talk about you, and I actually defended you when people talked about you. I said, I don't get that experience from the brother. The brother's cool with me. All right? But you want to know what? You showed your face, and you allow money to drive you. You talk about everybody, and you talked about me.
Oh, and I talk about you.
You talked about I listen to you.
Now your video is on CNN and everywhere.
So what?
So yeah, the video went viral. When it's on CNN, that's news.
I posted it. I was the first person to put your video out. You should be telling me thank you.
Are you kidding me? Because you think so. Larry Reed got me on CNN, right? Larry Reed, you're smoking.
Like you get everybody else on the outlets.
I know weed is legal. I know weed is legal.
It's the whole reason why you were trying to get on my platform from the beginning.
You're not that strong.
You don't remember that?
You're not that strong, brother. You're not that strong, brother. Okay? I don't know who you think you are, and I understand you want to do this for your commercials.
You popped up here. Okay? Come over here.
Listen, I was already in the media before you even posted anything. I saw when you tagged me, okay? I saw you when you tagged me. Larry, you're not that big, brother. You're not that big.
Okay.
You're not that big.
All right.
You're not that big at all. Tell her to stop calling me. I'm all right. Tell her to stop calling me.
Okay.
All right. So at the end of the day, Larry, you're foul. And this woman who calls her the woman of God, she's foul.
You really shouldn't talk
that's why. And
really
that's why I violated the both of y'all. And let me tell you, anytime you ready, we can do a live, we can do whatever. Don't say and talk about my Bible, and you want to say, oh, and he talk about real estate.
I'm gonna say what I want to say.
And I'm gonna say what I want to say.
And I wasn't
what I want to say.
disrespectful to you.
Yes, you was. Yes, you was.
You can't
yes,
take
you was.
jokes.
Yeah, you was.
You just
yeah, you
can't
was
take
disrespectful.
jokes.
Yeah, you was
cannot
disrespectful.
take jokes.
But you got the right one, brother.
You cannot take jokes. You cannot take jokes.
You don't joke when they make my family lie down. All right? You don't joke. You don't joke when they put a gun to my daughter's face. You don't joke. You don't joke. You don't joke. You crossed the line. You crossed the line.
Okay.
You crossed the line.
Okay.
That's what you did. You crossed the line. You crossed the line. All right?
Okay.
They put that gun in my baby face. You
We
crazy?
talked about that. We
All
talked
right?
about that.
No, and you joked about it. And you joked about it. You're a clown. I watched you.
Hold on. Genesis, he said we joked about the gun being the baby face.
Yeah, and talk about, and we didn't see that part. That's what he did.
They did not joke about that part. They clearly did not joke about that part. I'm just like, it's craziness, insaneness.
Yeah, we didn't see it. And he told the people to get down. When I moved the mic, the people heard what I said. I ain't gotta lie.
We didn't
hear it.
Hear it? How
All
was
right,
it
guess what?
know?
Guess what? Get a hearing aid.
We didn't
All right,
hear it.
get a hearing aid. Okay.
We watched it together today. They got down before he got down. So even him saying, when I got down, I said out of the mic, hey, God, they was already down. They was on the floor before you were.
Okay, and at the end of the day, you want to joke about certain things? You want to joke?
But remember, at this point in time, the video showing the church wasn't out. All that was out was him. So he's speaking from a point of something none of us saw until today.
You want to play? Don't play with me, Larry Reed. Don't play.
And I'm sure he don't remember this from a year ago, but I do.
Play with me, all right? Because you ain't tough, all right?
You don't know
ain't
me.
tough.
You do not know me.
I don't care who. Let me tell you something, brother. All right. After what
do
you
not
showed
know
me
me.
today, I lost all respect for you. All respect.
I don't need your respect.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. You want to know why? Because you got a whole game. You beat up on the ministry and act like you helping the ministry. Woe unto you, brother.
Let me ask you
Woe
this: How
unto
many
you.
hundreds
Woe
of
unto you.
thousands of dollars have you given to ministries?
What? I don't
How
care,
many
brother.
hundreds of
This is the thing. I'm going to rewind real fast. Let's see, 2023. Because he's saying you like to tear down the ministry and not help the ministry. And when Larry Reed said, well, okay, well, how much have you helped? You know, how much money have you put into the ministries?
All respect.
I don't need your respect.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. You want to know why? Because you got a whole game. You beat up on the ministry and act like you helping the ministry. Woe unto you, brother.
Let me ask you
Woe
this: How
unto
many
you.
hundreds
Woe
of
unto you.
thousands of dollars have you given to ministries?
So yeah, if I'm tearing it down, how much money have you given to the ministry to help?
What? I don't
How
care,
many
brother.
hundreds of thousands
That's
of
no
dollars have you
concern of
given
mine.
to
Who
How many
do you
preachers
help
have
in
you put in therapy?
the streets? Who do you help in the streets?
Hold on. How many houses have you paid for in the streets? I want to know that.
I paid
You
a lot,
can't
brother.
compare to what I do. You
I don't
can't
want to
compare.
compare to you, brother. You can't
So
fit my
don't bring
shit.
it up.
I don't
Don't
wanna
bring it up.
Trust me. You don't know what I do out here because I don't talk
So don't tell me what I haven't done when you ain't did it.
about it. You got a big mouth. You got a
And
big
you don't
mouth,
know what
and you
I do
talk about
because
it.
I don't discuss it. But since we're discussing it, let's discuss it. Let's compare.
Compare what?
How many millions have you used to build the church outside of yourself?
Brother, what does that mean? I don't care about
You
what you're
brought it
talking
up.
about.
That's how you know Bishop Robbie be talking. They don't be listening because you said to Larry, you tear down the ministry, you don't build it up. He like, but how much have you helped? I helped. Even if I discuss the BS in the gospel realm, I also help pay for things, help people. What have you done? So you can't say, I want about that, but you brought it up. You opened the door.
I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about.
You brought it up.
What's important is my ministry. What's important is my ministry, okay? And let me tell you this. I'm going to get off this because
We're sorry that what happened to you happened. We're sorry
Not physically,
of what
but I'm bigger than the
We're
both of you.
sorry.
And I'm going to tell you
We're
like
so-
this.
Listen
You
to me.
disrespected-
We
you disrespected
are
my family,
sorry
and you
that what
disrespected my
happened to
church.
you happened.
I don't accept your sorry. I forgive you.
Okay,
but
then
I
don't accept it.
your
Goodbye.
sorry because everybody know you
Don't
disrespected my
accept it.
church and you messed with the wrong one. Now you can post this and you can do whatever you want to do. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, brother. I respected you. I respected you. I respected you.
No, you didn't.
I only respect you.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, I didn't.
It was
No, I
very
didn't.
clear. No,
I
you
never.
didn't.
No, I'm very clear now because I heard how you talked about me and my church and my family when guns was put to my face. All right, when guns was put to my white face. All right, all right.
I understand.
Both of y'all need to be ashamed of yourself.
I understand you upset,
Both of you
but
need to be ashamed
don't
of
put
yourself.
stuff in my mouth I didn't say.
Yeah, all right. You're right. Yeah, okay. Let me tell you something. All we gotta do is play it back and show everybody how I laid on the floor. Show everybody. Joke about it.
I did
Joke
that.
About it.
I did that.
Let me
But
tell you this, brother.
you're not dead.
No problem.
Nobody was
problem.
killed.
No problem.
If you have to be able to take a joke. You were on the
joke.
floor.
Don't nobody joke with my family like that, all right?
That ain't how this works. You can't be a public figure and then pick and choose what people joke about. People joke on me all the time.
And y'all want to talk about, oh, it's thumbtacks. It ain't no damn thumbtacks in my church. It ain't no
That's the
thumbtacks in my
problem.
church.
Whatever it is, it's ugly. And you got enough money to change it.
But Larry, you're ugly. Oh, let's talk about that. You're ugly. Let's talk about that. You're a beast. Okay? All right? You and Benjamin Franklin down there and Biggie Smalls down here.
Benjamin Franklin.
Right? You're a beast. All right? You are ugly. Okay? You're ugly. You're an ugly homosexual. Right? You said you're a homosexual. That's what you said.
No, I
You
didn't
said
say
you're a
that.
faggot. You did say that. You said it. You said it. You said it. You did say it. You did say it.
You didn't listen.
You
can say I said whatever you want to say. Don't make it true.
You quoted that you took nuts in your mouth. That's what you quoted. You quoted that.
That was because I was molested, nigga.
No.
I have not willingly taken no nuts in my mouth. But you was in prison, so how many nuts you took in your mouth? That's what.
Not prison nuts.
You had nuts.
I want to know how many nuts you took in your mouth and why you couldn't keep your
You had nuts.
That's what I want to know.
Bumping off of your chin, okay, on purpose, all right? And that's why
you
can't
upset.
preach the complete gospel.
You upset.
That's why you can't. And that's why you can't, all right? Now,
You upset.
I am upset because you're violent.
And so you're not even thinking. You can't get no hearing.
You're
so upset you're not thinking and not hearing.
Because he right. You ain't listening. This whole time you're not listening to nothing that we saying. You came on here for a fight.
Violated, and you're a buster.
You should sign up because you're making yourself look bad. They probably want to help you, but they ain't gonna help you now.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what you think I look, but if the people were smart, my anger is because you talked about my family.
No, your anger is because you got robbed. Your anger is you got robbed.
I got a life. I got a life. Okay, I have a life. All right, and I'm all right. I'm all right.
And we're glad about that.
That is material things, brother.
I get that.
I got life. I got life.
And we're glad you got life.
But something you can't change is your face. You can't change your face, and you can't change the way you look, okay? And that's what you're mad at. And that's why you attack people. That's why you attack the church, all right? And that's why she's teaming up. She's teaming up with you so she can promote whatever she's promoting. She's lost,
Let me write you a check so you get a new
backdrop. And you don't
backdrop.
even know me, man. You don't even know me. I'm sitting here watching you. I'm sitting here watching you laugh at me, and you don't even know me.
Not you, the backdrop. We laugh at the backdrop.
You don't even know me. You don't even,
but you know me.
Tell me what I heard and what I sat here and listened to y'all talk about me in my church. All right? Okay? My family could have died. You want to laugh about it?
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I'm going to say this to you. You could kiss my ass. You and Biggie Smalls.
Not kiss his ass. Not the bishop cussing. And then hanging up me and cuss. Lord. Now look, we had talked before about how crazy things got in the beginnings. I feel like Bishop Robin forgot. I don't forget anything. That's why I said if I'm going to pull up anything from when, all this was popping up, I said this is the live to play. Because this is the live where he was absolutely insane. This is the live where he lost his shit. This is the live he probably wants to forget because he also went live after this live. And when he went live on his IG, he was still going off, upset. Now, since then, he's taken a lot of those things down, so I couldn't replay that one, okay? But this shows the insaneness.
Okay, and that is why.
Right, he manifested.
Where he is.
He manifested.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate because the way he came on here, I would, if he has an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, he was probably extremely abusive.
He does. That's what she said.
And I try not to, Larry, being a prophet is so interesting because can't nobody read you like a prophet. Right? So I just got quiet because I really love God and I don't want to. We just didn't even want to go that route, but he needs a lot of deliverance, healing, therapy, counseling. He just need a lot. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And
Remember what I
sad.
told you. Remember what I said. I said I wasn't gonna say none of this. I said, but
Yeah.
let me go ahead and put it out. And see, whenever I open up my mouth and I start saying my opinion, it ruffles the feathers of people. Now I ain't listen. I'm gonna do jokes on you. I don't care who you are. He can't take a joke. I understand it's a sensitive situation. I get that, but you are alive. Everybody is alive. You can tell a story that these people in these churches that got shot cannot tell a story. So if we want to laugh at your backdrop when you are a multimillionaire in some business that you're doing, we can laugh at it because you should have. You give away $50,000. And why are you giving away $50,000? I thought you said that the man changed the clothes and the cameras got him or something. Some stuff that don't add up to me. But when you're in the public sphere, people have their opinion. You have to be able to take it, and he can't take it. He just can't take it.
This was the origin story of Bishop Robbery. Before this live, we only seen them talk about being upset. After this live, that's when the Bishop Robbery of it all came out. That's when all the foolishness that he is came out. We then got press conferences. You know, he did a couple of press conferences that, you know, him grabbing old girl. Like, so much has went on over the past year. He never would just go sit down some dang on where and heal. Never. He just would not do it. And every time something happened, he would be on a live about it and he would get upset about things. That's why people kept talking about him all this time, okay? So today being the Robber-Versary, he did go live today, okay? He did. But I want y'all to make sure y'all have liked the video. If you have not liked it, like it. Like it. Okay? Because this will be the end of it all. Now, going forward, we're hoping that Bishop Robbery, once it's been a whole year, you have to start letting shit go. So I hope the next year we have less of Bishop Robbery. I do. But today, this was his live for the Robber-Versary.
I'm not gonna be.
I had to speed it up because he talked too damn much. And y'all know, if you are watching this, you do know that even though I have my stuff at whatever speed, you can slow it down if you need to listen to it slower. Okay?
Long. And if you guys read the post, I stated a year ago today was the day that the church was robbed. So for the ones that thought it happened again, no, it didn't happen again. If you look at my post, you'll be able to see, right? But I want to say this to y'all. First and foremost, today is a rough day for myself, my family, and my church. And this day, July 24th, 2022, changed my life in so many different ways.
Oh, Jesus. It changed things, Lord.
And I've never seen an attack this way before. It's very difficult. And Lord knows what a year can do to someone's life. And I just want to be honest with you. I'm very upset. I'm upset. I've been upset for some time. For various reasons.
You've been upset for a whole year.
First of all, I've never been robbed before in my life. And for these three men, they was punks. They was suckers that did this to myself, my family, and my ministry. I come from the streets, and there's a code. There's a code where you don't mess with the church. You don't mess with women and children. And these three gentlemen or individuals, I'm not even gonna call them gentlemen, these three individuals, they broke the code not only of the streets, but they broke the code of ethics. And
so emotional.
What bothered me the most was a few things bothered me.
The fact that he's sitting here reminiscing a year later is crazy to me.
When I was in the pulpit and I was starting the sermon, and I saw that door fling open, unusual, and I felt a different force. I felt a different force come through before these men even came through the doors, and I knew it was of the devil. And I was so upset because my family, my church family, the ones that trust my leadership, is there.
Right, the 15 people in the audience.
The only thing that I can do to protect them is for me to not put up a fight, because I know that if I would have tried to do anything, my church would have responded behind me.
Your church got down before you did, sir.
And I've been beating myself up for an entire year.
Why?
Because I've been thinking about every scenario of what I could have done, and I think that the best scenario is what I did. You guys don't understand the trauma that I have to deal with.
We do, because you take us through it with you. You have put us in the group chat for the whole year.
As a leader. And you don't understand the trauma that the ones that have gone through this.
We don't, because no one has came up and said nothing. Not your wife, not the usher board, not the camera people, not the women who were sitting around there in white. No one has came and said nothing.
I had my children there. My wife was there. All my members were there. And I thank God it was the summertime, because summertime during the church, it gets really light in the church because everybody's traveling.
The fact that I'm going to find the video where when someone asked him how many people was there, and he said about 75 people. And we saw the footage of 15 people plus him and his wife and the baby. And him trying to make it seem like, because I put out the footage today that showed the inside of the church, and the number I put on my statement, last year don't match the footage. It don't match the security feed, because again, he don't own that church. He was renting that space. So the people who own the church had cameras. Why? Because they rent the space. So they want to see what's going on in the rented space. So yeah, let me say, oh, thank God it was the summertime, and everybody on vacation. I was like, first of all, everybody who go to your church can't be on vacation at the same time in the summer. I just don't believe it. I just don't. We saw who was there. That if you have 15 members, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone has to start somewhere.
So we didn't have a full house. But the trauma that the church had to go through, and that we still go through, a traumatizing experience for 3 armed men to come into the church and rob the church. And the church
I still say they did not rob the church. I still say they robbed the bishop and the wife. They didn't rob anyone in the church. They did not even look for the offering plates. So in my opinion, they did not rob the church. They did not rob the church members. Them fools came in there to rob you and your wife. They came in. They did not even stop to attempt to ask anybody else what they had on them. Most robbers want money, credit cards. They robbed y'all for jewelry. So in my opinion, the church wasn't robbed, but the bishop and the wife was.
Represents helping the community. Not only does the church represent helping the community, I give back to the community so much. And for this to happen, the most bizarre thing to happen right after that was nobody has sympathy for us.
Everyone has sympathy. We felt bad. People felt bad for what happened, but people found it funny once we knew y'all was okay, and we seen that backdrop, and we seen old boy sitting there real still like the whole time. But people for sure had sympathy. That's why the news spread so fast. It was shocking. Somebody brought the church. It's once more details came out about what was stolen, how much was stolen, the neighborhood, how small the congregation is, that folks had questions. But that was like a week or so after the fact.
It's like nobody cared. Nobody cared because I'm a young pastor. I wear nice things. And there was nothing but negative responses to how I dress and what I drive and where I live and what I wear.
Because you was renting Baby Shower Cathedral and the Baby Shower Chaz. Who rents a church and they have $1 million worth of jewelry? This was the questions. Who rents a church when they have a Rolls Royce and $1 million mansion in Jersey? Who is renting a church and have $1 million allegedly of jewelry? It was questions about why did anyone have such expensive jewelry on in that neighborhood, in that building? That was the questions.
I'm still a pastor. I'm still a bishop. I'm still out here in the streets. I'm still helping people. Nobody wants to talk about what Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries and Bishop Whitehead has done for the community.
What have y'all done?
Do is YouTube it. Leaders of Tomorrow giveaways. And you'll see 10 years of pure giving to the community.
Now, 10 years ago, there is stuff from 10 years ago. I have not seen 10 years worth of consistent stuff. When I Googled on YouTube the church's name, I found like 2 videos from 2. One was like a Thanksgiving one and one was a Christmas one. But I'm like, if you know for a fact that you have these 10 years worth of giving, I will put that shit in a collage to show for what I've been doing. But no.
Nobody talked about that.
Nope.
But from July to the end of August, almost 3 months, the media, the church, the YouTubers, the world created a narrative that said that the pastor of that church set the robbery up.
I mean, I didn't say that. But people say dumb stuff. Carlee called herself a kidnapped victim. It wasn't true, but we gotta move on from that.
And y'all was going with it. And everybody was posting, he set the robbery up.
I didn't post it.
You set the robbery up.
I didn't say that.
Radio stations called me frauds, scammers. Ain't no way no men are gonna come in and do that to the church. For almost 3 months, it was pure destruction. I heard pastors talking about me. Bishops going on live talking about me. The church tried to destroy me. And I know that when I say everybody, you know, I know that there's the ones that know who I am and the ones that have sense to know that I would never do anything like that. So when I say everybody, I'm talking about the majority. I'm talking about the majority. And everybody talked about me. Discredited my name. Talking about I'm robbing the community. I'm taking money from the old people from the church. I'm manipulating. And people don't even know how much I do for the members of my ministry. And you guys tore me down. Tore me down. And what you've done was, you put so much pressure throughout the media to make me look like the pastor that set the robbery up for almost 3 months. Made my name dirt. Made my name mud. And all of y'all was talking about it. 3 months strong. And they put pressure on my members from their family. Why are you going to that church? He set the robbery up. It was even going around. I know the people who did it, and they got the text messages from the bishop showing them this and showing them that. There were so many bizarre stories. So many bizarre stories. And then the members that was there start talking about me. People that I've helped. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon that Bishop Whitehead set this robbery up. Now,
that says a lot about you. I've said this before. I've said before that if people who know you personally believe strangers, that means you don't have a good reputation. If people who know you, if you a pastor, and if everybody who you've been pastoring to believes the strangers, that says more about you than them. If one or two people left, that's on them. When everybody leaves, that's on you.
what is worse than a pastor that will sacrifice his own members for his gain? This is what's in people's minds now. Yo, he is dangerous. I don't want nothing to do with it. I understand. You don't know me? I understand. And you know what? The church was talking the most because the world gonna talk. None of them defended me. Maybe a few. But the majority out of 100%, 98% of the church was nowhere to be found when I was going through, when my church was going through.
Where the 2% at? We ain't seen nobody. We've been waiting to hear from somebody on your behalf. The only one we have heard from is your lawyer from the other day who handles bankruptcies.
You want to know why they didn't want to touch me? Because they never seen a preacher like me.
Oh,
I don't owe none of them nothing.
Oh, here we go.
I've been a pastor this September for 10 years. Ain't nobody helped me with this ministry. I don't owe nothing to nobody. And they didn't want to touch me. The church turned their back on me. And I had to go through the storm with me and the members that are still left. And my leaders that are still left. People that told me they would never leave, left me. All the tithes dropped 95%. All the seeds to the church dropped 95%. Because for 3 months, everybody said I set up the robbery. And since I'm so high profile, I was targeted.
What? I'm not from New York. Is he high profile there? Is he famous in New York? Because I don't know why he's a high profile.
And now, my attorneys are going to vindicate me on that other situation. But that whole narrative...
Those fraud charges, y'all. Those federal charges. Those federal charges.
I set up the robbery, created something else. And the church helped the devil's plan. Can nobody tell me different because I know. I know what they were saying about me. I know what they were doing. And they still doing it. Laughing. You want to know why? Because I might drive a better car than them. Or I might live in a better house than them.
We don't care where you live, what you drive. That ain't what it is, bro. That ain't what it is.
I might wear better clothes than them. But I'm telling y'all this. The church turned their back on me. And they all talked. Do I forgive them? Yeah, human nature. It is what it is. But the crazy thing about it is after the 3 months, and then when they caught 2 of the robbers out of the 3, nobody apologized. Everybody kept moving. As if they never said nothing about Bishop Whitehead and Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries.
Some people reported that they were caught. A lot of us reported that they were caught. Some even said I was surprised. Some even said I don't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people reported that they arrested 2 of the 3 people seen on camera doing things. And once that happened, you couldn't let it go.
Got this D.L. Hughley. Want to sit here and act like he pro-black. Tried to destroy my name.
D.L. Hughley, look, D.L. Hughley never said anything, to my knowledge, publicly about Bishop robbery. Even when y'all had that interview that never aired, So how did he ever try to ruin you? He never discussed you publicly. Because once y'all had that interview, because you couldn't stay quiet after the fact, DL was like, I don't even need this publicity. I don't need to talk about him. And DL did not air the interview. That's the crazy thing. You've been beefing with DL for a full year for nothing.
Posting me. So many wannabe pro-black leaders, from the radio stations to Instagram influencers, YouTubers, they all talked about me.
I mean, I did.
And they all bashed me in their own way.
I didn't bash you. I talked to you through your own lives.
And if they didn't say I set up the robbery, they talked about how they believe I robbed the church.
I did not say that. I believe that you won't let shit go.
They talked about how I'm taking people's money from the church and this, that, like every...
I said the lady sued you and accused you of taking her money.
Everything was negative, and y'all didn't even see it. You didn't even see it. You allowed the devil to rob one of God's houses and then turn you guys against the shepherd.
You're not my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You hear me? You ain't my shepherd. No one allowed you to be robbed. Well, besides the devil. No one allowed that to happen. It happened. What the fuck do you want us to do? However, once the police did their job and caught 2 or 3 people, you would not let it go. You kept looking for a public apology or a public, praising because you just happened to not be the robber.
So guess what? The robbery didn't even exist anymore in the minds of the people. The only thing that exists is... Hold on a second, it's my baby. Y'all know I love my babies. Baby, daddy, call you right back. Love you. The only thing...
Because both his cell phones is being used.
...that exists is now they're scamming Bishop. Nobody believes the robbery anymore. Nobody cares about the robbery anymore. Everybody now is focusing on the narrative that the devil created.
No, we believe the robbery happened. We saw it on video. We don't care no more because it happened a year ago. But because you are entertaining to talk about in the funniest of ways, that's the only reason you get played on my channel. No one cares about a robbery that happened a year ago when 2 of the 3 assailants was caught. And you have, in one way or the other, been vindicated. However, you have your own charges against you. So that's why the robbery is no longer in question. Because 2 of the 3 robbers are locked up. The fuck you want to do?
Y'all all went for it. Nobody talked about the good things of Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. Nobody talked the good thing about Bishop Lamar Whitehead.
We didn't know any of it. You didn't show any of it.
Nobody talked about nothing good. Everything was in support of Bishop Whitehead being a criminal.
I mean, not really. I mean, they discussed your past criminal history because you have one. They now discuss what you've been accused of because you've been accused of stuff. I mean, that's what it is.
Based off of Bishop Whitehead set the robbery up. I had an inbox from this known actor, known guy, celebrity. He was going at me too a little bit. So I inboxed him. I said, brother, I really respect you, man. And I said, please don't get caught up with the clout chasers. And he said, I understand, brother. He said, I almost got caught up in the chaos. But I understand that all of this against you, you had to defend yourself. And I'm saying to myself, caught up in what chaos? If you could say something to me about me online, why don't you inbox me and talk to me and understand me? But nobody did that. Nobody did that. And everybody talked about Bishop Whitehead. And then smile in my face. Everybody started talking about, you going to jail. You going to jail. You need to be in jail. You set the robbery up. You this. I'm talking about, I would click on pictures and it'd be praise and worship singers, pastors. You know what I mean? The world's gonna say what they're gonna say. It is what it is. But the church didn't step up for me.
Your own church didn't step up. Your church didn't. Your wife didn't. Your attorneys didn't. Your mama didn't. Your brother didn't. Your cousins. Y'all know Eric from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who was engaged to Sierra, is Bishop Robbery's cousin. Do y'all know that Bishop Robbery has a brother who just recently got married? Bishop Robbery showed footage from the wedding. Bishop Robbery was not in the wedding. What kind of person has a wedding and their own brother, who's a bishop, is not in the wedding? Your mama was in the wedding. You know, she was the mother of the groom, walked down. He posted clips from his brother's wedding. This was, I think it was last week. He posted clips from his brother's wedding on his IG Live. I should have recorded it. He was in the audience as a guest. The brother had groomsmen. Your own brother did not have you in his wedding. No one in your life speaks up for you, but you want strangers to speak up for you. Where does that make sense? Your own wife has not came out in support of you. Can you imagine if Barack Obama was accused of some shit and Michelle sat back and ain't say nothing? Hell, when Fabulous was accused of beating up Emily B, she had her teeth fixed and stood beside him and married him. No one from your life has spoke up for you, but you're complaining that other people who don't really rock with you won't do it. If your wife speak up, maybe others will too. Your wife daddy ain't spoke up. Whoever ordained you ain't spoke up. Your mama ain't spoke up. Your grandma ain't spoke up. Your best friend ain't spoke up. Nobody.
Not step up for me. You ain't see no pastors going live and going saying we gonna stand behind Bishop. Nobody did that.
Mm-hmm.
Even the ones that say they support me. Ain't nobody go into their pulpit or do a video and say we stand behind our brother. And that's why our community is the way it is. And that's why they kill us and get away with it. That's why we're as a culture we're so financially unstable. You want to know why? Because we don't protect the brand.
Your wife don't. Anytime he speak on someone outside of his circle, I'm gonna bring it back to his wife. Because defense starts at home. Because please believe, if I was ever accused of this, I don't do this. I don't do nothing. If I was ever accused of something, please believe it will be many people speaking. That's the first time y'all will see him in person. Him, my sister who y'all rarely see, my brother who, you know what I'm saying, that's my best. That's when you would see people. Because when the chips are down, that's when people come through. No one came through for you, mainly your wife.
I've been through so much. Let me tell you something. And the more y'all talked about me and the more y'all destroyed my name, I lost so much business, lost so many members. But let me tell you something about a storm, right? I'm from the bottom. I'm from the mud. I'm from the dirt. And I'm always going to stand 10 toes down, and I'm not budging. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in every word that I preach.
Yes, he is ordained. He did not oversee his brother's wedding. Nope. He was sitting in the audience on his cell phone, live recording pieces of it. When they brought in the wedding party at the reception, he was sitting down at the table already because he wasn't a part of the wedding. He was not in the wedding, or he did not officiate the wedding either. Nope.
I know God for myself, and you're not going to scare me out of the pulpit. So, I get it, y'all didn't support me. No problem. But just understand, that's not going to break me.
He mad.
In 30 days, I had over 3,500 articles about me in 30 days.
Did you Google it? Now, he be Googling himself. He Googled himself.
Unheard of. My name is around the world. And then everybody talk about, oh, you clout chasing? Clout chasing for what? I am the clout.
If you're the clout, why can't you get attention? If you are the clout, why can't you get your own church? If you are the clout, why can't you get a judge to help you get your church back? Just wondering. Just wondering. We got 13 more minutes, y'all. 13 more minutes.
So many of these YouTubers have made millions of dollars on me.
Where's my money? I have not made millions. No, look, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be honest. There is no YouTuber. There is no YouTuber who has made millions off of him. Not me, not Tasha K, not Larry Reed, it ain't man YouTuber who has made millions on his name. That is not true.
By just hashtagging my name.
And y'all know I don't hashtag that man's name. So I know he don't mean me. But no one, even the ones who may hashtag his name, even the ones who use his name in the title, no one has made millions off his name.
So, let me tell y'all something about the press. When I tell y'all, I don't believe the press anymore because of what they did to me. Because of what they did to me. I know they lied. I know they manipulated the stories. I know what they did.
Now, we know some people will do stupid titles. We know some people will fabricate or take liberties to make things seem some kind of way to draw people in. So we know there is that bit of manipulation. I don't do that. I'm not a clickbait person. I don't put up, if I put up a title, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to discuss what it is. I don't do clickbait stuff, but I know there are people, we know there are people who do clickbait, who will say Bishop Robbery found guilty of fraud. And you'll think it means currently, and it means no, he was, years ago. You know what I'm saying? So him saying people, that's true. But the majority of the stories that get attention just talk about what he's going through, what he's doing. And it's mostly his lives.
And as soon as they caught two of the robbers, everybody got quiet. Let me tell you something about you church folk. Keep that same energy. That's all I gotta say. Keep that same energy. Because Bishop Whitehead's gonna still preach the gospel, still move forward, no matter what. No matter what storm comes, I'm still 10 toes down. You ain't gonna ever break me. And that's what they tried to do. The media lie. YouTubers lying like crazy.
I don't lie.
Bloggers. Miserable.
We're not miserable. I'm very happy. I mean, I have upset days, but I'm never miserable.
Lying like crazy. And trying to just destroy a man of God.
No, not everybody. Just some crazy people.
And what y'all have done is, and what they've tried to do, is desensitize my bishopric and my apostolic accession. Right? Y'all tried to desensitize that to make me look like a thug on the street, a regular guy, a scammer, so you can say what you want to say to me. And
we've been asking for a long time who bishoped you, who ordained you, who apostled you.
Do what you want to do to me. In your mind, it's justified that he's not really what he said because look, he set the robbery up and he did this and he did that. It's not going to work. The Bible says in Psalms 105 and 15, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm.
Well, the prophet also needs to not do harm to others.
I don't care what you call me. It's what God ordained me to be.
Okay.
Then the streets,
say so.
They understand the code.
The streets.
You don't come into the church
And then the streets know me. I'm everywhere. I don't tuck my jewelry. I'm in all the projects. I'm outside. Y'all see me? I'm outside. But everybody wants to talk about, oh, I brought that to my church. No, they've been robbed. They've been these guys.
His phone broke up and the sign went off, so it cut to another part. I feel like when people said he brought that upon himself, I think what they meant was he was out there flossing. Jewelry, cars, he was out there being flashy. And in some instances, people who be flashy don't realize some people don't care. And you have to be more careful. And even though it's not right that they came and took your stuff, I think people's point was you being so flashy made you a target. It does not make it right at all. But life.
That's how I know it was a setup by the enemy, by the devil. And it was a mockery of the church in its entirety, where these armed men comes in on a Sunday morning and rob a church. When you could have came in on any other day, or if you wanted to get me when I got my top drop in my convertible.
They did it because it was an enclosed place. They thought it didn't have cameras. They thought that they did the perfect crime. They just did not. That was stupid. It was dumb, period. They got you when they thought you were the most vulnerable.
Get me when I'm walking out by myself.
You was almost by yourself. Wasn't that many people in there?
But all y'all had to say was, oh, it was staged. It was staged. And it's just like, wow. And y'all want to sit here and have a kumbaya moment when the police kill one of us. We want to sit here and talk about that's injustice by the police.
It is. You being robbed for some jewelry ain't got shit on cops killing black people.
If there's injustice, there'll be no justice. But yet, you guys destroy your own. I'm a young black preacher.
Well, keep preaching, son.
My father was killed when I was...
Oh, here we go.
6 weeks old, beat and strangled to death by 16 Caucasian police officers. So I don't have the...
I was prom queen. That's what it is.
Privilege of having two parents. I had the privilege of having two parents only 6 weeks while I was on earth. After that, I had one parent for the rest of my life.
Welcome to America. You're not the first or the last person to have one parent. At least you had one. Some don't have none. You can't keep speaking about losing your father at 16 weeks as if some people lose a dad before they're born. Hell, some folks, dad just don't be around here. Some people, dad walking on the face of the earth, they ain't never seen him.
So I'm already dealt a hand.
A lot of folks are dealt hands.
That's crazy. I ain't got no daddy in my life.
Your kids are not dealt a hand. They're the kids of Bishop Robbery. That's the hand they were dealt. They have to deal with your ethics the rest of their lives.
They beat my father and choked him to death.
Oh, God.
And now, I'm out here, and I gotta deal with the choking from my own people.
We're not choking you.
And not to mention that, yes, I went to prison before, but that was illegal. Bogus search warrants by the police.
A bogus search warrant don't mean you didn't do nothing. It means legally they shouldn't have found the stuff that was going on.
All type of stuff that y'all don't even know. So I spent almost 6 years in prison illegally.
The search warrant being fraudulent does not mean what they found while searching wasn't there. It just means it was fruit of the poisonous tree and it should not have been used in court. It does not mean you ain't do it.
And what they do, they mix all that together. He was in prison for this. Mix. Everybody.
I mean, you were.
Mix. Put that in there. Mix. Oh, he was this. Mix.
He
was this. Oh, so he had to set up that robbery because he was once in prison before. But y'all don't even know the story about that.
We do. You told us. And we keep saying, the search warrant wasn't valid does not mean what they found while searching wasn't there. It's like if somebody sends somebody to Jesus, okay, and the police get a search warrant. It ain't a legal search warrant, but they go and they find a body who was sent to Jesus in your house with the knife still in it, with your fingerprints on it, and you standing there covered in body fluids. And because the search warrant wasn't valid, the body and the knife are no longer valid evidence. But you did it. That's what he keeps. He's smart. He never says I didn't do anything. He always says the search warrant they used to get the evidence to convict me, the search warrant wasn't valid. He never says, and what they found with that search warrant wasn't real evidence. He never says that. He never says it. He only says the search warrant is illegal. That's all.
They don't even care. They don't even care.
Because the dead body was there. If somebody takes and sends someone to Jesus, and the cops have the cops have the search warrant, and they find it, and it's not a legal search warrant, the body's still there. The crime still happened. He's never said, to my knowledge, I've never heard him say, I didn't do anything. I've always heard him say the search warrant wasn't legal.
You don't even care.
And no one cares that the search warrant was illegal.
And then, now, the media has created a narrative of don't trust the Bishop Whitehead.
I mean,
so now everybody use the media as a sword. If y'all Google my name right now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be reading for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Literally, no exaggeration.
Not true.
Literally. Oh, Bishop Whitehead stole this. He stole that. And then y'all just go with it. Y'all just go with it. So
I mean, that lady said you stole her money. That lady said you stole her money.
My question became, Dad, I must be something from the Lord to go through this like this. My church must be something from the Lord for him to choose us to go through this. Somebody said, let it all go and let God. It's so easy for you to say that.
Oh, he's
so easy. Let it all go, right? Let it all go, right?
Napping.
For the last 7 to 8 months, being in the front page or the second page of the biggest newspapers in the world, let it go, right? It's so easy. It's so easy. Let it go, Bishop. Let God. But every time you turn around, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You see a bug? Did you see a bug?
I got a few right here. Let it go, Bishop, right? Okay. Let it go, Bishop, right? Let it go. So I got a few papers over here. Let it go, right?
Who the fuck has spare papers in their house just all willy-nilly?
Right, front page, right? Let it go, Bishop, right? Let's blast Bishop. Let's blast Bishop. Bam. Right?
How old is he? Has old papers of his news stories. That ain't new stuff. That's old stuff.
Let it go, Bishop. Let it go. Let it go, right? Let it go, right? Stuff in there. Lies. Or they want to tear me down, right? Hold on. Let it go, Bishop. Bam.
That's him out at the courthouse from last year when they had the arraignment for the two robbers. He has old clippings in his house. Okay.
Right? Let it go, Bishop. Let it go. Yeah. The pastor set up the robbery. Right? Let it go, Bishop. Bam. Bam. Look at this. Bling, Bishop.
Why can you not? That's old stuff. You showing all stuff from last year. You have had time to let that go. But you won't.
Brag. Look at this. Woo. Bam. Hold on. Let's go. Bam. Let's go. Yeah. Look at this. Let it go, right? Y'all so quick to talk about. Let it go, right? Let it go, right? Let's see what this one got. And it's just a few papers I have over here. Let it go, right? Let it, oh, here you go right here. Boom, Bishop.
All stuff from the time the turtle was robbed.
Right here, yeah, let it go. Let it go, right? Y'all so quick, right? Huh, me and Trump, front page.
Not you and Trump. Not you and Trump. Girl.
Let it go, right? Everybody want to sit here and talk. Let it go, right? Let it go, right? Oh, man. 2 pages for Bishop. Bam, bam.
Girl. Yes, y'all. He kept the papers. He not showing us no dates. That is why Keisha behind him. You know, these papers. Right. Trump. Again, those are all old.
Let it go, right? Let it go, right? Everybody want to sit here and talk about Bishop Whitehead. Let it go. Oh, my goodness. Bam.
Old too. Old too.
Every time you turn around. Every time you turn around. Woo, woo. Where we at? I know somewhere here. Oh, we got a little corner over here. Bam. Right in the corner.
Not a little corner. Not a little corner.
Right? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And there are at least probably 300 more of those papers.
That's where? Where's 300 more?
Just from the Daily News. Let it go. Let God.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it anymore. Let it go. Let it go.
See what I'm saying? There's no respect. This nigga is funny. Like, no, I'm a whole bishop, man. Right? And that's what it is. It's no respect. No respect.
He was mad, y'all.
My name was #1 in Google. For
when?
4 to 6 months.
Lies.
Straight. #1.
Lies. Lies. You may be the #1 search in your Google. If you put your name in Google in your house, you probably will come up because you search your name the most. You can't tell me that for 4 to 6 months, your name was a top name in Google.
And you know the crazy thing about it, right? These people tell me, stop flagging me. We could give our opinion. Your opinion don't matter to me.
It do. If no one's opinion mattered, you would leave us be.
So if you come on my page and you say anything disrespectful, I'm blocking you.
Okay.
And, but let me say this to y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just built different, y'all.
Okay.
I'm built different.
Different.
And nobody's going to scare me from Jesus. Nobody's going to scare me out of the church.
Okay.
And I really don't care what y'all say about me.
You do.
Right? I'm still going to be 10 toes down, and I'm still do what I got to do.
Do that.
It might get a little harder, but let me explain something to you, man. If God trusted me with this trial, then that means he trusted me to be in the antidote for this
Okay, well, congratulations.
trial. Period, point blank.
Okay.
Look at Job. God trusted Job. With
Jesus, he keep bringing up Job. Yeah. Is Job okay with that? He not. Okay.
the trial. And at the end of the day, he got double for his trouble. And everybody that talked about him had to come to him. God said to his friends, I don't hear your prayers. Go to Job. I respect his. So if I'm nothing to nobody, let me be this. Let me be the example of getting beat the hell beat out of for a year and still 10 toes down.
I mean, okay. What be that?
And not wavering. I never said you didn't cry because you're going to cry some days. Some days, some people that you trusted is going to hurt you. And if you try to hold in those tears, you're going to lose your mind.
Well, how many? Well, we've seen you lose your mind a couple times. Now we've seen you go off. So do you go cry? I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. Go shed some tears, Bishop. Go do it.
People are gonna turn their back on you. They're gonna turn their back on you because they have to turn their back on you. You wanna know why? Because what God is about to do for you, He wants to make sure that He get every bit of the credit.
Okay.
Every single bit of the glory. So guess what? People are going to have to turn their back on you. So I'm here to tell y'all that Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, we're here forever.
Don't y'all need a building? I'm just asking if you need a building. Y'all there forever. Can we get some names of of the group of people who attend your church? Because if you just, this is the thing. Let me, if Bishop Robbery just preached, had his Sunday services, had his prayer lives. If all that man did was mind his business, that his lawyers handle legal issues or whatever, nobody will bother him. Y'all know I don't show y'all that man's Sunday services at all. But when he come around here acting fools, then we have a conversation.
We're here to stay. And Chief Apostle Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead, I'm here. And I'm going to be here.
Okay.
And until God takes me to glory, if I frustrate your spirit, just understand you got demons around you. I shouldn't.
I ain't got no demons around me. You don't frustrate my spirit. I think you need Jesus a little bit more to calm down and just keep preaching and leave it be.
Frustrate you. I am a bundle of love. I'm telling you, bundle of love. You get to know me, you'll be laughing. I am a comedian. And that's why, you know, they're like, Dad, Bishop, Dad, you really clap back? Yes, that's what I used to do for fun. I used to sit in the back of the classroom and clap.
You're not funny, though.
Was the jokester. And then I was a star on the basketball team. Woo, woo. So I'm here to say to y'all, right? Don't judge a book by what people say. Open it up and read it.
We have been reading your lives for a year. No one on the corner feels any kind of way about you except for what we watch from your own lives.
I used to say, Yo, Daddy, why don't you like me? I just don't. Why? I don't know. You heard what they talking about you? Yeah, I know. Did you hear what they said about Jesus?
You know Jesus?
Yeah, my church members up there saying it because they know me. They said, yeah, your whole community. Yes, I'm a jokester. That's me. Don't play with me now. You know, we don't respect me. Because, see, people take that out of line. But my church understand. I'm their pastor, not their friend. And I just want to say this in closing. I want to thank the leaders that have stuck by my side through it all. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know who he thanking because we ain't seen no one, but maybe behind closed doors in private, people have supported him.
Thank you. I can't say that enough. I can't say it enough.
Who you texted? What phone come from?
Amen. And I want to thank my family. I want to just thank everybody that stuck in there with me, man. And we still pushing forward.
Is your wife one of the people who stuck by you? I just want.
And now it's just time to just watch God. I try to look at it and just see those men just disrespect God's house. And I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
We ain't talking about that shit in a year. Now you bringing it back up.
And you guys labeled me with such a treacherous act of setting up a robbery on my church.
No, you would have robbed yourself, not the church.
So treacherous.
People do foul things in life. I mean, it's not far-fetched that people do stupid things. You know what I'm saying?
You really need. Let's do this. How many of y'all believe, and let's keep it real now. I know only 2 of y'all gonna probably admit it, but how many of y'all believe that I had something to do with the robbery? Just put me. Or I did. Let's see how many people gonna keep it real, because all these people between Instagram and Facebook right now, let me tell y'all something. The only way that you can become a better person is if you keep it real with yourself. And I get it. If the media tricked you, if people tricked you, then yeah. But how did you get tricked?
Do y'all think he's trying to stir the pot? Do y'all think he's trying to distract people into talking about the robbery to take the heat off of what he got going on in his own federal crimes? Because it's like, if you put the weight and the heat back on the robbery of it all, your actual charges can come to a back seat effect, and the front seat becomes, well, did he set it up? And you people then have that argument. So is he trying to start up that argument to distract people from his actual charges? I just wonder.
How did you get tricked? Look, this lady right here said, yes, you did set it up. See, it's some angry people. I'm not even going to block her. But it's some angry people out here. And you told me I didn't, but please, let's move on. No, this is my live. I do what I want to do on my live. If you want me to move on, you move on.
This is my live. Fine.
And it's just like people are just so mean. Just so mean and malicious. But guess what about Bishop Whitehead?
What?
I have this level of I don't care.
No, you don't. The level of I don't care you have is broken. You care a lot.
It's an anointing, right? And you can say what you want to say and be who you want to be. Because I'll walk by you like your first name is Glass and your last name is Window. I'm telling y'all, all right?
That don't even funny. That don't even make no sense. Glass window, okay.
I'm really honestly telling you this, okay? Real talk. Because you'll be Glass Window, Miss Glass Window, or Mr. Glass Window. And I'm still going to be anointed.
If you say so.
Amen? So, thank you guys. I think I did good today because today was a really day where I started to reminisce about what happened and seeing my church members go on the floor and all that. Look at this person. I can't wait until you go to jail for a long time. Look at this, y'all. Y'all see her? S-Y-N. You see what I'm saying? Just mean people, man. Just mean people. Mean people. But I ain't gonna block her. Somebody said, this is screaming I can't. No, it's not. What this is doing is it's explaining to you my life. It's explaining to you the feelings. It's explaining to you the process. It's not explaining to you that I care. If we look at the book of Job, right? Job had to explain what
Jesus, he back on Job. I know. He crazy.
He went through. It's not that he cared. It's about something that he had to go through. You know, and at the end of the day, I thank God for maturity because I'm able to differentiate low-minded people like you that will not allow me to be low-minded like you. See, an eagle flies high. Period. Point blank. And we have to be able to understand our value. So your opinion and your advice really doesn't matter. Just because I'm answering you doesn't mean you matter. But sometimes we need an example of what stupidity look like. So I have to look at stupid questions and respond to stupid statements so we can identify a stupid person.
I mean, but talking to someone stupid consistently makes you stupid because you are the one that's saying about the stupidity. Okay, like you make yourself look stupid by defending yourself to stupid people. That's stupid.
Doesn't mean I care, but I like to expose it. God bless your life. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to finish my day. And I thank you guys. And this was the 1 year. And now it's time. Well, God already been working. And it's time for everything to start moving forward. And all we keep seeing is, Bishop, stop worrying about what people are saying. No. They're not really saying it. The devil is saying it. Amen? So I do want to hear what the devil have to say.
What?
Amen? Amen.
That's y'all Bishop. That's y'all Bishop. He round here being crazy. I told y'all he was live for an hour. I cut it down to as much as I can cut it down to. And I mean, look. We only watch the bishop to laugh. We don't take that man serious. We round here celebrating the Robber-Versary. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens a full year ago. It is after midnight. The Robber-Versary is over. We really hope and wish that man get better. We hope and wish he sit down some damn where and stop being crazy. We fully wish he goes somewhere and heal. And we really wish he do not bring up the robbery again. Okay? Anyway, y'all, we are done. We had a whole full 3-hour live. I hope y'all enjoyed. Okay, I hope y'all had a good time. I hope everyone enjoyed the night we had together as a group. Okay, please make sure that on your way out you have liked the video, that you have subscribed, that you please share my video. Just hit share on your Twitter, on your Facebook, okay, or wherever you can share it to. Go ahead and share me with others. You know, you can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on all platforms. And if something goes on, I will be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I have to watch Housewives. I still have not watched Love for Detroit. I'm going to get to it, y'all. I may have to do a season review. I don't know. It's on my DVR. I plan to do it. I just been so busy, okay? But I had a good time, y'all. I love you all. Have a good night. Okay? Have a good night. Be safe around here. Don't be around here being, foolish and lying on people and stuff, and lying about kidnappings and discussing old robberies and none of that stuff. Okay? And I told y'all he would go live on the Robber-Versary. I said that. I said, watch that man celebrate the Robber-Versary. And he did. Okay. I knew it. I knew it. But I love you all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Gotta go. Bye.